What would you like to do when you retire? That's your question. What would you like to do when you retire? While you think about that, would anybody, for a recapspiration, like to sum up what happened last week? Curse of Strahd.
This question was not written by a millennial, was it? Retire.
Maybe they mean, the millennial retire. Wink. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Yeah.
He's
That's a little dark, but we are playing Curse of Strahd. Anyways, yeah, pretend you are a Gen X or a Boomer, and answer the question. I guess. Like I don't know. Anyways, if anyone's interested, give me a recap. Go ahead and roll D20 into chat. Otherwise, I'll try my best to sum up what happened last time.
Wayne's got one of those character sheets.
You mean like a organized one that tracks everything properly?
Yeah, but when someone disorganized like me looks at it, I just feel overwhelmed.
Yeah. All right, we got what? Oh, we got 3 from Anne. Going once, going twice. All right, Anne, tell us about your fishing trip.
Okay. All right. So previously on Curse of Strahd, we went to go capture a fish for, or get blood from a fish for Robin. It was the boat ride. This crazy person had a boat and let us ride on it. So we got on the boat, went into the lake, and Robin used her dagger to try and find this giant fish that we're supposed to look for her quest to become a seeker. Turns out we found the fish about an hour onto the boat, and it showed up. It tried to eat the guy who we got the boat from, but we were able to get Robin was able to get him out of his mouth. But in that doing so, she got grabbed by it and pulled into the water. Seeing her get pulled in the water, I jumped in after it, but it was pretty fast and also very slippery. Eventually, I ended up using that weird vial that Ez gave us a while back. Wonder if it was still good or not, but I'm pretty sure I could have handled it if it wasn't. And stabbed myself with it so I could see or know where the fish was in the murky water. So saw the fish, tried to grab it so I can get it away from Robin. I think it ate Robin because I couldn't see her. I couldn't sense she was there anymore. Then while we were down there, it's me chasing this fish, trying to get it down. While I don't know, in the murkiness, I kind of sensed like bulging and like kind of like it was like, being microwave. When you see stuff like get hit from the inside, starts bubbling. So it looked like, I think. Eventually, we were able to. It died. I guess Robin was beating it up from the inside, and we were able to bring it back up and extract blood from it for what Robin needed. Most importantly, I wanted to see what fish tastes like here, and we were able to get some food from it. Yeah, I know it doesn't taste as good as babies, but it's still something. Eventually, though, we got the blood, got the fish, went back to land, said our goodbyes to the crazy boater, and went to go find Isaac. And they did some talking inside the hut. Eventually, he decided to leave with us. From there, we went on our way made our way to the tower. Because that was a place where we could probably read this book without, I guess, magic seeing us. So we got there, and we've been spending all of our time there while Robin and Victor, the old man, and Taylor worked on trying to figure out what this book is saying. Apparently it's supposed to be some type of diary. At least that's what we learned. It talks about what Voldemort did, I guess, before he became a vampire. At least that's what we got so far. It took us a couple days to figure it out. During that time, I pretty much spent working out, eating, and trying to work on this spear. Eventually, I think this morning, they said they figured out getting everything else, and so I'll have to sit down and learn about the rest of what's inside this book.
All right, well done. I'll go ahead and add a recapspiration for you. All right, if anyone is interested in answering the question for a bardic inspiration that will last the whole session, go ahead and roll d20 into chat. Yes, Lauren. I recently had to take my parents to and from the airport, and my eyes were just opened to what they think the next generation is capable of versus what's actually happening. That's incredible. Yeah, it was very sad. All right, Leo. Leo might be able to retire. He's got big ideas. He's got connections. What are you gonna do when you retire, Leo?
Once he leaves this place and finally gets to retirement age, he plans on getting a boat.
Okay.
And, just kind of going port to port. When he runs out of gas, he'll probably just stay at one port.
Mm-hmm.
And, be one with the locals wherever he ends up.
Okay. That's pretty cool. All right. You may ask the same question of any NPC you've met previously on your adventure.
What does Ismark want to do when he retires?
Gosh, what does Eastmark want to do when he retires? Eastmark would eventually like to settle down and either adopt an heir or sire an heir. I guess depending on who he settles down with, and then teach them how to live, and then if they want to take over as he took over for his father, they can. If not, then he will hand the rule of the village of Barovia over to the people, and he will just cook and relax and set down, all the responsibilities of his life. That's what he allows himself to think about every once in a while when he's done a good job. He says, someday.
It's that big
there's
relief.
Yeah.
There's a nice raven girl over in Valakai. She's single, right?
Yeah. It could happen. There's got to be some one or two happy endings in this campaign. It's got to be. All right. So, with all of that out of the way, we will return to Exanther's Tower, called by the adventurer Van Richten's Tower. Squatter's rights, I guess. Where you guys have spent the last 4 days, and I don't think I accurately advanced the calendar all the way for that. Let me go in here. Let's see. And I was keeping track, but then the days, they just started to fly by. All right. You guys spent 4 or 5-ish days in shifts transcribing this document, which was heavily coded with a lot of shorthand ciphers and a mix of different languages, including esoteric languages like Infernal. But now, all of the contents of the book are revealed, You guys are about to read the second half. All right. Let's see. Any questions before we jump into it?
Can we get like spark
Uh,
notes of the first two?
Oh, you want me to like kind of
Chapters.
refresh what we talked about last week, and then
Yeah, just
yeah,
like
yeah,
the
I could do
spark
that.
notes version. Yeah.
Okay. I assume a Spark Notes is like a modern Cliff Notes, essentially. Is that
Wait, spark notes. That's 2005, buddy.
sure?
I don't know what the modern version would be, but no, yeah, it's, I
Bullets?
guess Cliff
Just bullet
Notes would
points?
also be
Okay.
an appropriate analogy.
All right, sounds good. Trying to find Les Musacs that I want to play. Oh yeah, just
The
go.
modern version will be like a TikTok.
Hey,
I don't
how do
know
you
what the
live
TikTok
life? Yeah, how do you live life?
is.
Thank you, TikTok. I mean, there's some pretty baller life hacks out there that they are kind of life changing, but some of them I guess I would have been okay living in ignorance. But knowing that my neck pillow was on backwards my whole life, that was a lot of Atlantic flights. I would have had a much more comfortable time sleeping if I had only known I had fucking neck pillow on backwards. All right.
The fact that I can't fathom what backwards means I'm probably also
When
all
you put
fucked
the
up.
donut around your neck, the open part is supposed to be in the back, not the front.
Oh yeah, because you put your chin on the
Your chin, yeah, your chin falls on it. Yeah, I don't fucking
always
know.
put-
Everyone,
I
yeah,
always put it on
everyone.
sideways because I lean my head to the left and right when I sleep.
Oh dang, innovation. I don't know. I just fall asleep on the person next to me, just drool all over him. So
If only I had somebody
Uh,
next to me.
yeah,
I did that when I flew to Tokyo from LA. A giant sumo wrestler. He did not
nice.
mind.
It's very soft.
Yeah, he was like, "Come on in, brother."
Oh, nice, nice, nice. What a heartwarming story. All right. Let's see. I have the document right here. Okay. So, the Tomb of Strahd is an ancient work penned by Strahd. The book is bound in thick leather, covered with steel hinges and fastenings. The pages are of parchment and very brittle. Stains and age have taken their toll. But some of the first section are readable. You parse the book. You find a majority of it written in cipher or notes of a curious shorthand that must be unique to Strahd. The readable beginning section looks to be a key with the title War and Peace that may contain clues to deciphering the later chapters, which you've done. I added a meta note for you. Since you guys have read this tome in game, I encourage you to check out Strahd, which is a novel about Strahd von Zarvich and the inspiration for much of this campaign and this exact item. It's a short novel, but it's also an audiobook. I will tell you that the narrator, he kind of sounds like Brain from Pinky and the Brain. So, in the back of my mind, whenever I'm dealing with Strahd, I'm trying to not think about him sounding like Brain from Pinky and the Brain because I've listened to Strahd twice in preparation for this game. But even then, I found the book to be very cool and very enjoyable. My wife was unable to read it. She said she couldn't take Strahd seriously because he sounded like Brain from Pinky and the Brain. But very, very good. There's a follow-up book which doesn't deal with anything related to this campaign, so that's on you if you decide to read that one. But it's good. So you have my permission and recommendation that if now that you've read this book in game, you can go ahead and listen to or read that book on your own. It's actually quite enlightening about the campaign and the bad guy. All right, so the book is divided into 4 sections. In Chapter 1, War, you learned about Strahd's former allies, Andril, perhaps Saint Andril of the Cathedral, of the famous bones that got stolen, and then also Markovia, a paladin who was besties with Andrel, and the two of them worked with Strahd on his colonial invasion of Barovia, but they didn't like his methods. Markovia left first, and then Andrel left after witnessing Strahd essentially just straight up murder a silver dragon and its paladins. When he confronted Markovia, he said that he would have lost the fight if he had not been protected by the living beast that was Castle Ravenloft, and that she was such an OG badass that he buried her in a place of honor in the crypts beneath the castle. Also, apparently she founded what eventually became Krezk. Or Andrel did that. One of the two of them did that. I think Andrel went to Valakai. Markovia went to and founded Krezk. Yeah, it's called Krezkov back in the day. Yep. Then chapter 2 is peace. This is where, now that he's done beating the shit out of everybody, he has a chance to kind of like look around at his new domain and figure things out. And he realizes that they are in some sort of extra-dimensional prison. The souls of the dead are trapped here. He befriends the Vistani. He finds out about the Rock, who he doesn't like too much, because only he should be feeding upon the populace. Baba Lysaga comes onto the scene. He wants to keep an eye on her, but also doesn't want to be involved with her because she is very scary. That's Strahd's take on that. Also, his tutor in magic, Exanther, his mind is eroding, and he has left his tower for the Amber Temple. Strahd visits him at the Amber Temple, but he is watching his mentor's mind unravel. He said that he's glad that he's a vampire, not a lich, because lich seems like a bum deal compared to being a vampire. And then he is surprised that the revenants of the Silver Paladins keep killing everyone who they know is trying to fight Strahd. So good on you guys for not going to Argynvostholt, I guess, because they would try to kill you, allegedly. He believes it is because Vladimir, the leader of the Silver Knights, thinks that death is too good for him and would rather he continue to suffer eternally in this endless prison. So that's the first 2 chapters kind of summed up.
So it sounds like if we do go there, we need to go with a different angle than we're trying to kill Strahd.
Yeah, that sounds like persuasion checks right there.
Yeah. You guys, this is basically the Prima strategy guide for the campaign. You guys have stumbled upon the Prima strategy guide for the campaign. And you will get a copy of this Google document when we're done reading it. So, all right. So, let us begin chapter 3, Love. Tatiana 1. This foolish diva believes me, the fool. This holy man seeks to free me of my sins through lust of the flesh. I will allow him to continue as long as I can hold his attention. He is no threat to me while he continues in his perverted folly. I have no interest in his depraved gifts. It is wholly unnatural to desire such abominations. Tatiana will free me. When she returns, she will have me. Tatiana 2. The dark powers have cursed me. Each time I am within reach of Tatiana, she is met with tragedy. I was so close. She craved me, pleaded for me to stay. Yet I returned to see Tatiana's blood had stained the earth before I could have it all for myself. I will spare the people of Bered, but the leadership responsible will have my undivided attention. I am the land, and I will curse the river valley they so treacherously stewarded. Tatiana 3. Perhaps I have been wrong. Perhaps it is not reunion with Tatiana that will be my escape. Perhaps it is a replacement. Can I find another to govern this realm in my place? I must take care not to show weakness. I must take care to show caution. I must take care not to show reluctance. No one must know how hollow I feel, how empty my omnipotence is in absence of satisfaction. My immortal, eternal image as a ruler of this dominion must never come into question. I must observe from afar. Heart 1. The heart grows with purpose. It has become living. The circles of masonry around its tower, its ribs, the great bastion, its chest. The test on the condemned prove the heart will use the tower itself against invaders. My will sustains it, but it is mere glass, fragile, ironically mortal. With it, I am sheltered from the unthinkable, yet I cannot prove reckless. The anti-magic field around Exanter's tower separates me from the heart. I must be cautious of such places. Part 2. I have learned to bend the very land itself to my will. I have hardened my heart of sorrow. The Morning Lord's radiance can no longer sear my flesh, so long as my heart remains steadfast. The sun itself is but a minor nuisance for me now, for I am the ancient. I am the land. And as that part is read out loud, Victor, Irenia, and the others, Parpol, Isaac, they all murmur those words. He is ancient. He is the land. Dusk. The crime of the elves is beyond all measure of forgiveness and justice. I should have eliminated them when I first conquered this valley centuries ago. I have ordered the death of every female elf in the valley for what they have done to Petrina. Despite their comeliness, the elves will never know womanly comfort among their own kind. Despite their longevity, they will fade from existence as I outlive them. So that was part 3, love. Part 4, power. Thanes 1. The witches of Barovia come to me for their succor, now that I hold the power of the Thanes. I am as a god with supplicants, the likes of Kossuth or Kelemvor. Nothing can turn them against me now. They are fully under my thumb. Yet the hags have not submitted in this way. They are wiser, perhaps. Or perhaps they seek to take my power. Thanes 2. Baba Lysaga has outlived all her counterparts. She has unlocked the secrets to immortality, but not like Exanter or myself. She bathes in the blood of beasts during each new moon. I infer that grave misfortune befalls her if she fails to complete this ritual. I suspect the influence of Mother Night. Exanther 1, at this point, thought the Toad Familiar perks up and is very interested. Exanther has indeed granted profane life to his armor, as he claimed. Mere rubbish, he calls it, but I see the potential. He has conferred upon it a blessing of the dark powers from Amber Temple. An ambitious plea, indeed, for all blessings of the dark powers come with a dear price. I know too well. Exanther 2. I have succeeded in granting my old battle armor the same form of sentience Exanther gave to his own. I have empowered it with my will and the might of storms, and instructed it to defend the castle. In great need I may summon it to myself and don it with but a word, provided the damn thing hasn't stumbled off a parapet and shattered itself. And here you see a hand-drawn illustration that looks exactly like the armor that Jason was wearing.
Oh my god. Well, that box is checked.
Exanther 3. Exanther's ambitions have claimed him. The dark powers never share their gifts easily. His body now lays headless upon the temple floor. I know not where his head has gone, but I must find it. He is my architect. The remains of his memories hold value. And then there's a footnote. Stellar. P.S. Exanther is a fool to make his password his own name. And then it says, Exanther Final Fate. I cannot be sure, but I believe his life soul to be stored near his chambers. I could pry and find it, but I fear that would lead to hostilities, which aren't worth my time as it stands. Little remains of his memory. I must record the passwords of the Amber Temple, so they do not fall or pass into the mists of eternity. And then he has 4 passwords written. Daviton, Thangob, Shulks, Eterna. And then there is a final entry you were able to read. It says, Vampire. He's my warden. This I have come to know in fullness. My dark passenger. The ancient spirit of hunger, temptation, and indulgence. As long as he is free, none of us can ever be. I am powerless against him. But perhaps someday this land might find heroes worthy of such a task. It will be my place to train them, to test them, to break them, and reforge them into something strong enough to seal away his darkness forever. And that's it. Everything else is too desiccated, decayed. You know how it is. Like, they're not going to give you like a 500-page book. The rest of the interesting stuff could be found in Strahd, a novel about Strahd von Zarovich. But those are the salient points, I guess. I will post this into your stuff.
To unlock the rest of the content, please complete your homework.
Completely optional. It will give you an advantage in the game, though. Like, I will tell you that.
How long is the audiobook?
I think it's like 10 hours, 12 hours, something like that. It's not too
DLC.
bad. Yeah.
DLC.
All right.
Extra reading for book club.
So who's
If
taking
you listen
this
at 2x,
part
it's only
notes?
5 hours.
It honestly was a very enjoyable read. The second book in this series was more fun. It was actually a very fun book. But the first one was like, oh, I get it. Like, one of the hardest parts about this campaign, people told me, was knowing Strahd. So it felt like the right thing to do to, read his diary, essentially.
Yep.
So, yeah. All right. So everyone in the room looks around, and Thought looks really upset, I guess, for a frog. He's kind of like, his eyes are downcast, and he's just sort of like almost as still as like a corpse. Like, he's just barely breathing. And he finally says, "Oh, how long have I been gone? When was this written? Exanthe, headless, the book seems so old, but there's things in there that it feels like."
Didn't it
Just-
say he was immortal? Could you just find his head and put it back?
Oh, yeah. I'm just more concerned, if this book is so old, did Exantha lose his mind once before that I don't know about? Or have I been traveling around trying to find a solution for so long that I forgot how long I've been traveling around looking for a solution? He just seems like he's having an existential crisis. As many creatures that are timeless, time sometimes eludes them, and when they try to figure it out, it can be kind of hard. All right, Rudolph Van Richten says, "Well, this seems like a time to update the motherboard."
Yes. Taylor pulls out the map and flips it over.
Okay. All right. There we go.
Actually, might unpause the game so we don't have the huge.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah, we have to put a green check mark by the fish.
Oh yeah. And then when Taylor sees Vasily, she's like, "Oh, I guess we should tell you about what happened with him," and she'll kind of explain the interaction they had.
All right, so Van Richten is like, well, this is not unheard of. A vampire is the least dead of all the undead. After that is the ghouls, and then from there it becomes increasingly less and less alive. Throughout history, vampires, tempted by more than blood and more than a hunger for the kill, have lain with humans and brought half-living children to term, called Dampier. It is likely that the Dark Lord has done something similar. Or, as Robin suggested, it could just be that this is the Dark Lord in a disguise, going about the people, as he put in his own words, from afar. So,
But he knew we had this book.
if he knows you have it and he did not take it back, then that means that Vasily is Strahd and he approves of what you're doing. If not, then I would say Vasily is who he claims to be. We cannot even try to test him for vampiric weaknesses, because Dampiers have little or no response to the normal weaknesses of a vampire, and it seems, according to this book, that Strahd has found ways around these innate weaknesses.
Yeah, he's either enjoying the game and enjoys knowing that there's people out there who like seeing more about him, or he's just what he says he is.
Based off that last chapter, it sounded like he's trying to find people to go kill his monster.
Yeah.
The monster said it was like an essence. And since we're talking about stuff we're not good at, I'm not good at killing essences.
Well, we just
when you say that, Leo, Rudolph Van Richten looks very pensive and thoughtful, and he says, you bring up a good point, boy. This vampire, if it is one of the dark powers, or a power strong enough to bind the other dark powers, it would be no easy task for anyone to confront such a creature, such an essence, a power. It would be paramount to confronting a god itself.
If we were able to, if hypothetically, what, and were somehow able to defeat it, what would that do to the Dark Lord?
I can offer theories, but nothing solid. It really depends. The multiverse, it runs on belief. There are people who channel magic from the world around them because they believe they can do so. They have access to the weave, and they pull magic out of the things around them and manipulate it. Others believe in greater powers, demigods, gods, patrons, who grant them power, for these individuals do not believe that they themselves have such strength, but perhaps are worthy enough to receive it. The dark powers are different in that they give power in exchange. A deal is made, a connection is formed. It's less about belief and more about business. But if that is the case, the destruction of the dark power would end that business partnership abruptly. In the case of the Dark Lord, he could die. He could lose his vampiric gifts, his vampiric nature. The mortal life he shunted away could be returned to him with interest. He could turn to dust. Or he could be restored to the man he was at the age and time of his transaction. Or he could keep what gifts were given, but be free of any obligations.
His
Those are the
journal makes
three
me think
most
he wants the
likely.
foremost.
You think he wants
That-
to die?
That third chapter was pretty sad. Well, they were all sad, but
Oh, Irenia says, "This Tatiana, I know her in my dreams. I know that she loves him and she hates him and she fears him and she blames him. But I don't know why. In some dreams, I am her and I am with him. And it is like being with Ismark. He is like a brother to me, and he is older and wiser and strong. But just family. In other dreams, as she blushes real hard, I want him as he wants me. And in others, I would do anything to get away from him, to escape him. I would even leap to my own death to be out of his reach. But many of the dreams are of her waiting for him to return, and them dying before he ever does. Burned or stoned or choked, drowned. There have been so many Tatianas, and I am afraid of what it means for me that I am dreaming of them my whole life.
Well, maybe you were her in a past life or something.
But if the souls keep getting used over and over, Does that just not mean that I am her?
No, you're Irenia.
Yeah, what matters is what you want, Irenia. Not this dream person.
Van Richten is scratching his sideburns, and he says, I don't know if that will matter to the Dark Lord, though. It is strange to me. He seems so well informed. If he knows that you have the soul of Tatiana, why has he not come for you?
Well,
Why does he let you travel with these people and be in danger?
in his book, doesn't every time he gets close, she ends up misfortuned.
Ah, so Leo, you are proposing then that this time he's trying something different?
I mean, can't do the same thing over and over forever.
I wonder just how many times he has done all this.
And from the sounds of the book, these hags, they don't seem to be on his side. So, do we really have to scuffle with them? I mean, unless
Well,
keep having bad dreams and whatnot, then we might have to. But
I think that's different hags, Leo.
oh, okay, yeah, okay.
Rudolph kind of raises eyebrows. He says, do you know of more hags than the ones you say live at the windmill?
I thought it was talking about Jenny.
Ah.
No, we've heard of this Baba Yezanya. I figured it was that one.
No, but we know that she is loyal to the Dark Lord.
Hmm. What do you all make of this? And then he kind of rereads chapter 3, part 1. This foolish diva believes me the fool. This holy man seeks to free me of my sins through lust of the flesh.
Well, holy man's usually a priest, so well, we only really know one priest now. But he's also not a priest, I think. The one in Krezk is what I mean. And let's see here, yeah, he gave Strahd women, and thought he would, I don't know, forget about everybody or something, pretty ladies. Forget about what you're doing for a while, and
What was the name of the bride that was the pretty boy that he wanted to be an actor? Could it be him? This guy?
Asher?
Was he holy?
Oh, I would say definitely not.
Oh.
So,
Where it says diva here, the use of that word, it seems to me to be not diva like a performer, but diva like devil or someone from a external plane, perhaps.
Yes, Van Richten says, there are a lesser a caste of angels called divas.
If that's the case,
During the fourth age of magic, they were in quite an abundance as they crusaded across the multiverse, though that behavior seems to have died down.
I mean, could he mean the angel and
Or fallen angel
Krezk?
dude from
Yeah,
Krezk? Oh. Yeah, maybe.
I don't.
how long has. When was this book written then?
Thoughts is that's what I'm trying to figure out.
Well,
It
what-
feels like it's both old and new, but if you look at the book, it just looks ancient.
Well, are there any dates on? Did we see any dates at
There are
all?
none.
is that chapter before or after he killed all the elves?
It is before he killed all the elves.
Ah, it's before. So that happened before he killed the elves then. I mean,
Why does
'cause
that
you-
matter?
Well, you guys are looking for a timeline, right? I mean, well, if we know when the elves disappeared, it's got to be within their lifetime. How long does an elf live?
Well, it was like
And Rudolph adds a Casimir Velikov to your murder board to represent the Dusk Elves.
that was like just over 200 years ago.
All right. So this priest dude gave him women over 200 years ago.
I don't think it's women. I think if you read it, he's talking about abominations and perversion. I don't think that is speaking to women and a depraved gift. I think there is something far more.
Eating.
I mean, we've met the groundskeeper, who's an experiment from there. Obviously, there's been a lot more happening there. There's no telling what exactly, but it's much darker than just, oh, here, have some women to feed on, I think. I mean, as dark as that is.
Ah, all right. So our creepy priest dude, who's not a priest and not an angel, has like creep.
I don't think there's anyone that we met that meets the description, except just the groundskeeper.
Victor says not to change the subject, but we do have a name for the revenants now, Vladimir and the Silver Knights.
Hmm.
I
And
agree
we know
that
what it is that they want,
yes,
or at least what they believe.
they want the Dark Lord to suffer for what he did. All right. I also think it's strange that he mentions werewolves in his command, but everyone knows that he does not like werewolves and does not employ them. They have a reputation for chaos and disorder. It is said that he finds them unruly and distasteful.
Yeah, there aren't any werewolves on the board.
Then why does, by his own hand, he say that he has werewolves in his command?
And I mean, we've seen that he has wolves.
Maybe they just don't listen to his orders very well.
Maybe there's
Maybe,
multiple packs?
or maybe he has some werewolves that are in control, but he doesn't make a big deal about them, like they're his secret forces or something.
Ah, the secret police. Okay, I understood that.
Secret police. Yeah, that sounds, secret police. Isaac kind of scratches his itchy skin around his, metal jaw, and he says, yeah, secret police. I like the sound of these. Police officers that are allowed to do anything they want. No consequences for their actions. Whatever they think is best for the people.
I also am very interested in this heart that is in the.
I think it was at that point that Wayne is shooting Leo glares.
What? Wait,
Ro-
it just came
Robin
out.
is just trying to.
Yeah, Isaac is like, this is the most interesting thing he's heard so far, other than listening to Irena's story about her dreams. Is like secret police. Why did the Baron think of that? He could have just gone and killed anybody he needed to, whenever he needed to.
Yeah, Robin is just trying to move past that and like.
Yeah.
And she's going to. But we're pre. Aren't we pre Black Lives Matter and all that? In this timeline.
You guys, it was, I think, like, it was picking up pace. It was picking up pace during the Pando, right? You
Okay.
guys, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember where we were when we.
Yeah.
Where that is. So, all right. Well, she can have some discomfort with the police then.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
Right. But she's going to still be focused on this book, I think, and
Yeah.
she will just kind of circle back. The heart that's in the castle, that I think that is a huge clue that we need to zero in on as well. It seems like it is part of his secret of his immortality. I mean, yes, the vampirism certainly lends itself, but it also seems that there is the living heart that helps sustain him that perhaps we could destroy.
Yeah, it
If
said
need
it was
be.
very fragile.
Made of glass, it seems like. Is that what it says?
Yeah, and it was in some sort of anti-magic or magic field.
No, that was about this tower. That's why he said that he doesn't come here, because when he's here, he can't feel the connection to the
I
heart.
thought he put the heart in the tower. Okay, no.
Van Richten nods along with you, Taylor, and says, yes, this makes sense why we have remained unmolested here. Not only does the anti-magic prevent scrying, teleportation, and other such things, I believe that it even shuts down the powers granted to him by the heart and even the Fanes themselves. So
So he-
deep is the enchantment on these stones to fight off and ward away magic. Whoever this Exanter was, he must have been one of the most powerful mages in the history of the multiverse.
Robin's going to love it over to Victor, and he's going to say, and it sounds like he might just be lying in the Amber Temple somewhere.
Yes, without a head, no less.
Or a soul.
What did that mean about the soul? Victor looks to Thought. And Thought says, well, when you're a lich, you, live forever, and even if you get destroyed, you just, respawn, 7 days later. As long as your soul has a safe place to go. Sometimes they call it a phylactery, sometimes they call it a soul cage, sometimes they call it a soul gem, but, it's a little hidey hole where you go when you need to... Horcrux. There you go, yeah, something like that.
Hey, Thought, this is just a weird question for you. like a talking toad couldn't be a phylactery that has stored the soul of a lich for centuries, and
I mean, maybe,
you know,
but there's no precedent for it. A soul cage is generally a physical item that is unbelievably fragile, says the frog with 1 hit point. Unbelievably fragile. I'm talking anything could just destroy it, no sweat. That's to balance out just how strong the magic is. See, the multiverse, they're always balancing everything.
So why hasn't he respawned then?
Why, he was in good shape when I left physically. His head was still attached to his body. I left him with his checkers in his study.
But it's
I call it checkers, but it's really like he's got like 3 or 4 board games. He's kind of made something up. He's got the chutes and ladders. It's very complicated. It keeps him busy though. Maybe someone came in and chopped his head off. Maybe Strahd chopped his head off. I mean, it doesn't say he didn't chop his head off in the book. But then again,
it
the
seemed like he
context.
was after.
Him and Xantha got along so good though.
Wait, so if we even like helped your wizard, would he just help our enemy?
I mean, depends, I guess. Like, on what you were trying to do. I mean,
so
he'd owe you a solid if you could fix him up.
So Xanther is in the Amber Temple, so is probably Vampire and who knows what other dark powers.
And whoever cut his head off, possibly.
Possibly. But if we can go there and deal with this, we could either possibly get Xanther and his help, if we can figure that out.
I mean,
we
got
might
the
be
passwords.
Yeah, we got some passwords. We might be able to deal with. I mean, this might be in a little bad taste considering what's happened to Xanther, but we literally might be able to cut the head off of this whole vampire situation if we can actually deal with the dark power.
We have no idea
At that
how we
level.
could even do that.
Well, I mean, I don't think we're going to know until we are there, probably.
Victor holds up a finger and he says, what if the Dark Lord knows how to deal with vampire? It seems like it's important enough for him to wax poetically about it. He says he's powerless against him, but I feel like we are powerless against him, but here we are planning and plotting. I can't imagine that it would be different for the Dark Lord to have an enemy that you cannot defeat. I feel like he would put every effort into finding the weakness of that enemy.
Are you suggesting we go to Castle Ravenloft and make an ally of the Dark Lord to go?
When you say that, his face contorts in disgust and God, just torment, because like he blames Strahd for everything terrible that's happened in his entire fucking life. But you could tell that through the initial emotions, he hates the fact that he kind of thinks that might be a good idea.
I mean, Alan.
Wayne
So
says.
writes everything down.
Wayne says we need to go to Krezk. I need bullets. You said we go to Krezk. I need bullets. He shoots an evil look at Leo.
All right.
Hey, I thought we were going there anyway. I mean,
The
kid wants to, play with other kids.
Yeah, and I'm not.
Irenia turns to Wayne and says, well, Wayne, since you're being so talkative, I want to know, how do you feel about it? Should we go and make the Dark Lord our ally?
Wade, he looks up, he takes a deep breath, and he's like, I don't know. I don't even
Okay.
know what we're doing. All I
I'm
know is
gonna-
I need bullets.
I'm gonna ask you the same question in a few days when you've stuffed your fucking pockets full of bullets. Then I'm going to look you in
ask
the
me
eyes.
then. When I have
Okay.
bullets, I'll know what to do.
Okay, I'm going to hold you to that.
He shoots an evil look at Leo.
Yeah. I know exactly who would know what to do.
Also, Leo, I mean, let's be real. You need some bullets too. You can't be throwing this axe with the rope tied to it anymore. Like,
I was just doing that to play nice with Wayne.
mm, you know, I'm thinking about maybe getting myself a gun. And I mean, I've just got them laying around in Krezk. Who knows?
Oh,
We
might
don't
as
have
well.
any money. How are we gonna afford bullets? And a whole nother gun? Will the bullets even work on your gun, Wayne? Wayne says, I got no fucking clue. But it's the
He's-
best shot we got.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well done.
Well, we do like a business deal. You don't have money, you barter. So we like trade a favor, right? They got a werewolf problem, we just solve it, and then they
Hmm.
give us guns and bullets and a free soul transfer or whatever I need for Jason, because Jason knows what the fuck to do.
Maybe if we're lucky, we'll meet a lot of
Victor holds up a finger
wealthy
again.
monsters on the road.
He says, wait, go back, Leo. You said that Jason knows what to do? How do you know what Jason knows? If Jason is in this barrel?
Well, it's because, as best buds, we have a
Uh-huh.
a division of duties, and his job was to know what to do. If we get in a little scrape, do something a little on the fringes, he would, he would know how to solve it.
What was your job to do, Leo?
Me? Oh, I was to get to keep us entertained. It's never a dull moment.
That's a good job to have.
Irenia says, I thought you were lifeguard. You guard lives.
Oh,
Pretty sure his
I
job
did
was
that too.
in that scenario, I'm pretty sure his job was to get into scrapes and to be on the fringes.
Well, Van Richten says, well, if you're hoping to get some favor from the abbot as you journey, you should probably take the barrel with you.
Leo, weren't you talking about killing the abbot?
I mean, if we have to, but I mean, that's because you guys, he was like made of magical stuff, and then we can shove that magical stuff in the barrel, and somehow another Jason came back.
I don't think that's how it works.
Hey, I'm not the magical one, okay?
Okay, so Van Richten says, do you have designs to try and fight the abbot? I can try to forewarn you with as much knowledge as I have about fighting divas.
Well, that would be mighty kind of you.
Okay. He tells you the following. They have telepathy. They can see in the dark. They are resistant to non-magical weapons.
Wait. They can see in the dark. I thought heaven was always in the sunlight. Why do they need to see in the dark?
Rudolph Van Richten looks at you and says, to fight what dwells in the dark.
Ah, yes, yeah, fight Satan. Okay, go ahead.
These aren't the cherubic baby angels that play trumpets. These are the go out and kill stuff angels. They are resistant to a type of energy called radiant. Some believe this to be a good energy, but it is simply a divine energy, otherworldly in nature. Damage from this sort of energy, it burns, but not like fire, almost like chemicals. Just sort of, it's hard to describe. It's a unique sort of pain that burns you from the inside out. Oh yes, the creature's mind will be alien, making it either resistant or immune to any sorts of mind-affecting spells or abilities you try to use on it. It is likely the creature will be using that aforementioned radiant energy in its attacks. Some of these creatures are able to summon weapons made of radiant flames. Others simply that burst from their fists. Many, if not all, can grow wings of light, use them to fly around, and quite a few of them have innate spellcasting abilities, mostly to heal and to help, but in some cases to smite and bring wrath of the heavens down upon evil. On that note, as a powerful, otherworldly celestial being, they can assume an overbearing presence that would cause fear to overcome any mortals looking upon them. Now, it seems that this diva has taken a humanoid form, which is good. You would not want to witness a celestial being in its true form, which is nearly impossible for a mortal mind to understand. Oftentimes it's described as a ring of eyes and wings, burning with the radiance of heaven itself. If that does happen, I would recommend running away or closing your eyes.
I thought you were going to give us suggestions on how to help us kill it, not to scare the shit out of me.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to fight this thing. It sounds the flaming sword out of his thin air. I don't know what the smite is, but that doesn't sound good either.
Well, it's when a being in the service of the divine hits you, and then, in addition to hitting you, they blow you up from the inside of the wound out with normally that aforementioned incredibly painful radiant energy.
Mm.
What if they're a fallen creature that's been corrupted? Does it still have all the same?
Yes, unfortunately, radiant energy is not bound by morality. It is simply a tool used by otherworldly beings.
And
Though if
now,
this being has given in to corruption, it might use the opposite of radiant, which you may have encountered before. Academics call it necrotic damage. Essentially magical energy that eats away its organic matter at an astounding rate.
I don't know which one sounds worse. I mean, now we know it can read your thoughts, so if you go there, Leo, it's gonna know that you want to kill it.
I didn't know why, too.
Well, I mean, we don't necessarily want to kill it. We want to. Either way, we want its.
Now, as an otherworldly being, you could
Well-
trap it in something called a magic circle.
And Robin Peters
Can you
off
do
because
that, Victor?
she specifically is realizing she really wants to kill it because it's an evil creature.
Oh, gotcha.
Is there like any sort of magic voodoo that will
Well,
protect
I
us from this
can-
creature?
I can show young Victor here how to create a magic circle, but the preparation for the circle takes time, and it can be rather expensive.
We can't even afford bullets.
Well, we'll find something to sell.
So if you guys want, he will teach Victor the spell Magic Circle, which is pretty fucking good. But it do require setup. Like all them TV shows, you know what I'm talking about, Supernatural, They drew the circle under the rug. Oopsie, didn't see it was there. Now the guy's stuck. You know what I'm talking about. So it would require a little bamboozling to get them, penned up. But Celestials, Elementals, Fae, Fiends, or Undead, that's all the shit you're dealing with.
I mean, that's even the Dark Lord.
How much does it cost?
He actually mentioned in his book that he almost got caught in the circle. That's right.
I mean, let's learn that sucker.
It's
How much does it
100
cost?
gold per casting. You need true silver powder and holy water.
Excellent. We're going to the Kings of Silver, and they got a church.
Don't we have some holy water already somewhere?
I would be shocked if
Well,
we still
we
had
have
holy
any-
water.
I feel like Robin might have some.
I don't know. I think peeps,
I know you've
I
got
think
a
peeps
fu-
were guzzling it. I don't know. Maybe.
I know
maybe.
you've got a finely crafted stick, but I don't know about holy water.
Yeah,
maybe
I
not.
think we used all of it after the 100 zombies.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any.
Yeah, I don't see it on the list on Purple Sheet.
But you know what? We could buy holy water from him and then use it to trap him.
Thought suddenly says, "Oh, I get it. My bad. Yeah, you know how there was that weird cantrip puzzle lock on the front door? Yeah, it could be. You could just get past that by saying Exantha with purpose, and then the door just opens for you.
Oh.
But I mean, we're well past that now, so. Sorry. Keep on. You were on to something. You were on to something.
Wait, so do we think that this angel is the same diva in the book? Because if that's the case, then shouldn't we have aims against him? But I don't know how we can.
And
know
Rickton
that.
says, if it is in fact the same diva in the book, it sounds like this is another one of these entities that the Dark Lord doesn't care what happens to them one way or the other. Though, reading it, the undertones I got is that he is somewhat afraid of the power of the diva.
So maybe we shouldn't plan to kill him, but we should still learn that cool circle.
All right.
It says here, he is no threat to me while he continues in his perverted folly.
We need to redeem him.
But that seems to
Stop him
mean
from being
that
evil.
he is a threat when he is not obsessed with this perverted folly.
Wait, so we think he's fallen, corrupt, and a pervert.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Leo, I actually think this is something you could be good at.
Oh, really? Okay.
But a potential ally if we can redeem him.
Doctor, how would you redeem a fallen angel?
Oof. That is a question that scholars would be asking each other for the rest of time. It is a deeply personal matter, the path to redemption. There was a time in the first, second, and third age of magic where they didn't believe such things was possible at all. But time has shown that to be untrue. Even the being of purity can fall, and even a creature of depravity can ascend. I think it's just a matter of learning what it wants, and perhaps in those wants finding where it fell. Does that make sense?
So maybe we trap it in the circle, interrogate it, figure out what he needs to do, and then Make him
Now
do
the
it.
circle will only hold for 1 hour. Afterwards, whatever you've imprisoned will be more angry than you could possibly imagine.
Ooh.
All right, so we gotta. I mean, I have to persuade him that I mean him no harm, and I want to redeem him, and he by doing good stuff like killing the secret police.
Irenia says, but what if he's so crazy that he thinks he doesn't need to be redeemed because he thinks that what he's doing is actually good angel stuff?
Well, the best way to figure out stuff about somebody is to be their friend. So maybe we just go and try that.
I mean, the NPCs all kind of nod. Purple says, and Purple's friend. Wayne, Purple friend. Leo, Purple friend. Victor, and he goes through everybody. Everybody's his friend now, just so you guys know. Okay.
And it's gonna turn to the group and says, "What happens if you kill it? This diva.
Oh,
Is it gonna get trapped here like everybody else?"
Van Richten says, well, normally outsiders, they must construct for themselves a body for their spirit to inhabit on the mortal plane. And then upon death, that body returns the materials that it was made from. In some cases, a corpse, or a willing supplicant, or elemental substance gathered from the world itself. Animals, beasts, earth, fire, that sort of thing. Particularly powerful beings will leave behind trace remnants of their essence in those materials. Here, in this prison, that is not the case. This is a unique situation where if an outsider were slain, their spirit would essentially be thrown back into the pool, as it were, and their remains would likely contain a much stronger essence than normal. In the case of this celestial, that could be quite significant. It is said the blood of angels can cure any malady of the body, of the mind, or of the soul.
How much do you get when you do kill it? Like
He
1
chuckles and
year,
he says, "I will be
2
honest.
years?
I have never heard of reports of it being successfully done and then boasted about. Generally, killing a celestial is not something that you bandy about."
Well, I did just realize staring at the murder board. All right, so who told Leo that he could maybe help Jason by killing the angel? It was Vasily. And if we think that could be the Dark Lord, then wouldn't him telling us to kill the angel kind of match up with what we read?
Irenia
That-
looks at you and says, "That was like really smart, like detective stuff."
Yeah, that was big brain.
Well, it's. I was just like looking at the Vasily because he's kind of handsome, you know. And
He
then
is very
like,
handsome.
and then this angel picture that the doctor drew is so goofy.
I think
What's
that's
wild
do
though is
that one.
like, look at these two. What the heck?
Yeah, 2 sessions ago,
What the?
Anne said this,
Yeah,
Anne
yeah.
said the same thing. She's like, they kind of remind me of each other.
This guy got white paint on. This guy doesn't. Like,
Look at the curves of their
this
eyebrows.
guy shaved. Yeah, this is crazy.
I mean, kids take a lot of features from their parents.
He just has a deeper widow's peak look. Just old age. It starts to go away a little bit.
Okay, so let's just think. So we talked to him. What is everything he said? Let's just pretend that everything he said came from him. What clues does that give us?
He doesn't like himself. He wants somebody to take over.
I mean, from the book, looks like he wants somebody to. Looks like one of his goals is to not be the person anymore, but he doesn't want people to know it.
He also is happy to have false information in the world and to allow people to see what they want to see. Because if Vasily is the Dark Lord, then that is a disguise and a lie, which also means this book can be a disguise and a lie and can contain the things he wants it to say and to contain the things he wants it to say and mean. Either
How is it written
way,
in so much code?
Victor points the finger at you, Anne, when you said it, and says, that does seem like a lot of work to get information out there. Like,
for someone who has lived for how many centuries upon centuries trapped in a cyclical cursed land that goes on with the infinite boredom that comes with that.
I mean, we said it earlier. We think he's trying new things.
Harple burst out. He break them in reforged like sword. Look hard, because only strong brain can read. And then he nods his head, like, vigorously.
And Robin's going to look at him. She's going to say, "That's exactly right." Would we believe anything in the book if it was easy to understand? If it had just been laying there for us to read? How much of it would
Probably.
you believe was true? But we worked for it. We fought for it.
Do you think you would? Who writes a journal, goes through all that effort to code it, and then lies in it?
Yeah, and then loses it.
Was it lost or was it planted?
Yeah, Victor says, it makes me very curious how the Wagner woman got a hold of it. And why, well, having read it, I guess I understand why she's terrified at the idea of being found out that she had it.
She's smart, but do we think she's smart enough to do what the doctor did and what Victor did? Decipher the whole thing.
Isaac says, that woman and her spy, given enough time, I think the two of them could have done it. He just kind of says it matter-of-factly, like, credit where credit's due, you know, kind of deal.
I mean, it did seem like that last chapter was kind of like written to us. You know, like why would he put that in a journal?
And think about this. This is the prophecy that the Vistani gave us. The Vistani.
Well, that was easy to get. Why would you believe that?
Well, the Vistani work for the Dark Lord. At least sometimes we know. Why do we believe that their prophecy is divinely inspired or not placed by the hand of the Dark Lord? He's the one who had us brought here. Why would he not have told them the prophecy to give us.
But that means he would have told us where to find or about Victor. That seems a little bit of a stretch.
Well,
But
when he
maybe.
found it, he was pretty sure he knew Victor was magic and didn't do anything about it.
And this holy sword or something that's in the basement of the cathedral.
I mean, it could just be that maybe these are all just little seeds that he has planted and pulls at the little strings to see which ones bear fruit
So
over time.
what you're saying is that he brought us here, made this entire game for us to try and kill him.
Oh, that's my Squid
Free
Game
him from this prison and we escape. So
What's a Squid Game?
Oh, it's a show on Netflix. Oh man, you
Has
know,
has
like
that
Netflix.
has that happened yet?
Oh man.
So you know,
I think so.
After
we joined
was
this
wanting
thing
to set up
post-pandemic.
this theater.
So
Yeah. Squid Game is
Okay.
2021. Yeah, Squid Game is
Okay,
2021.
Yeah, that happened during the pandemic.
Yeah.
But please tell me about this.
Yeah.
So Leo gives a rundown on what Netflix is. It's Squid Game.
Do you present it as an entertaining show or as the social commentary about the toxicity of capitalism that it actually was?
Oh no, it's just a straight entertaining show to
Okay.
Leo.
So no opportunity for her to learn or grow. Okay, got it.
It
All right.
sounds it sounds horrible.
Mm.
Like, no, there's all kinds of cool little game shows like that. Oh, there's just another one. Oh, wait, okay, what?
So Van Richten listens horrified and says, I had hoped that in your world the poor and the downtrodden were not abused for the entertainment of the wealthy nobles, but it seems
Robin
such
will-
things are the same everywhere.
Robin will chime in. No. Leo he's missing an element. It wasn't. It was a fictional story about this. It was actually a social commentary about a game like this. It was expressing the inequalities between
Oh,
those who
so
have
it's
wealth
not
and
real.
not.
This is your chance, Robin, who doesn't know what happens later, and you can stare at the camera and say, that would never happen for real. That would be
that should
completely...
be saying Love is Blind is fake.
All right, Wayne is going to say, I'm going to jump in on this
Yeah,
here.
go for it.
Yeah. Wayne is going to say, Robin, I appreciate what you're doing here, but I'm worried that you're overthinking it. If we start spiraling into every conceivable conspiracy theory, we're not going to know which way is up. We've had a lot of information dropped on us in a very short amount of time, and I feel like we should just take that information and process that, because it's more than we had before. But I'm worried that we're going to just get lost in all these what ifs.
Robin's going to kind of hold. I don't think it really changes our plan. I just think we need to go in with our eyes more open than maybe we've had up until now. That perhaps all of this, everything up until now, other than maybe a few lucky happenstances, might all be part of something a lot bigger than we've been giving it credit for. And that maybe the Dark Lord is actually much smarter and much craftier than, and played a much bigger game than we have even been giving him credit for. That's all I'm really saying.
Yeah, I mean, as you say that, cinematically, right, there would be like cuts back to like previous conversations, like, and events where, you know, you're in like the fucking basement full of blood and you hear people screaming like, you know, one must die, you're a part of this now, then it cuts to like Aragorn and he's just like, I have a special skill for finding the blood of heroes, you know, blah blah blah, and then all these different moments that kind of like reinforce that you were scouted, that you were enticed, that you were tricked, and then even Madame Eva, how does she factor into all this? You know what I'm saying? Is she in cahoots with Strahd? Is she trying to essentially co-opt Strahd's would-be champions for her own means? What's her role in all this shit? Yeah, but like all these people that tell you about outsiders, change things, blood of heroes, like your conversations with the Mardikovs, like all of it just kind of comes, one after the other, kind of back into focus of like, what does this all mean? Is there meaning to it?
Wait, so if he so if I hear what you're saying, Robin, you'll think that we just need to kill this vampire darkness spear thingy, and then he'll just die or something.
I have no idea. I'm saying I think we need to go get some bullets. If we can reconstitute our barreled friend here, that would be great. If we can redeem the fallen diva or destroy it, we should do that. And then I think we need to go to the Amber Temple. And I think we've been headed there for quite some time. And I think Victor has wanted to go there for some time. And I think we might be close to that time. And I think as we get there, we're going to figure out some things that need to happen. And along the way, we need to kill a moose and a couple of other creatures.
And a bear.
I think
More hags.
Get some rock blood.
I think what we need to do is we got this big board and there's all these stuffs, but I feel like going after the ancient animals, right? I feel like that's different than what he wants. And then there's also these gems. I feel like there's just are we gonna try and do all of this?
Okay, so OOC, Remy is touching on a very important point for a sandbox game.
Mhm.
There is no set path to any set finish line. You guys now have many pieces on the board, many different ways the entire campaign could play out, but the decisions that you make can immediately shut down certain paths from ever happening.
So OOC, just to make this a little
Yeah,
simpler
yeah.
to discuss. So I think the
Yeah.
bear and the moose we can kind of kill as we're traveling. We can knife our way towards them.
Well, again,
Ever-
in the
ever-
the animal blood is tied up in the
Yeah,
in this
so-
the role of seeker, and the seeker wants to
Thane
destroy
route.
destroy Strahd
Mhm.
and break his bindings to the land and put the power back into the Fanes and put the power back into the land.
Right.
Obviously, that feels like the most chaotic good / neutral good, if we're using 9 alignments, path you could possibly take, right? That seems like the most traditional D&D hero, right? These are native spirits of the land. We're gonna fucking get their powers back. We're gonna get the fucking land back to the original people. You can't get much more honorable than that, right? So that's a path. That's a path. There's also hinted at Conan becomes king, right? Strahd's not adverse to the idea of somebody maybe taking over. That would have to be somebody pretty fucking badass, but he ain't opposed to it. That might, somebody takes the mantle of his power. He's no longer needed, and he just dips. And then
Yeah,
somebody else becomes the Dark Lord of Barovia. You get to live like a fucking god. Obviously, that's a very neutral evil. If we're doing the 9 alignments, a path to take, right?
I'm assuming that requires a negotiation with this vampire essence.
Maybe, or
Or the other
it
giant
could
powers.
or it could involve a bamboozle of said entity, right? Yeah, like I'm here. It's definitely me. But oh, it's this guy wearing my clothes. I'm long gone, bitch. Like it could be something like that. Then there's this hinted at, like go fight the super boss, and maybe if you can pull that off, it would free everybody, including Strahd? Question mark. What does freedom mean for Strahd? Does it mean dying finally forever? Does it mean being freed of vampirism? Does it just mean being freed from Barovia?
But the Vastani don't want that because, at least, out of back when Jason was around, the conversation we had with Madame Viva was they don't have a home other than this home, and if Strahd leaves, the land is no more.
Eva, from what you are kind of piecing together, Eva wants someone to take Strahd out and then take his mantle for themselves.
Mhm.
She, I don't think, realizes that he is totally okay with that.
Yeah.
But that was definitely the path she wanted somebody to go on. She wanted somebody to just take him out, take the power of the land for themselves, and because new management's got to be better than old management is her attitude. And then, and then of course there's the Red Kid of Doom / classic epic fantasy. Go around the world, recruit as many allies as you can, and roll up on this dude and be like, "Bitch, we got an army of people allied to us, and we're gonna fucking take you out," which is what my classic group is trying to do.
Isn't that what happened with the group of souls walking around in Barovia?
But this is our this is our time. But Crash kind of helped me reiterate it. But OOC, what I'm basically trying to say is like we're at the crossroads. We are looking at the paths, and we are just like saying, okay, we're going left, we're going straight, or we're going right. And there are things that if we go left, if we go and redeem this angel who Strahd is terrified of, then Strahd is like not going to be cool with that. That cuts off. That's going down a path and letting off a different path.
A couple sessions ago, Crash told us that, like, hey, there's going to be a point where there's like things are going to kick off, and like you're going to have to deal with the ending that's coming.
Yeah. So like we kind of like this journal has like given us the opportunity to look at the paths and choose which one we want, because we're pretty much like we need to choose our goal, and everything we do needs to align to that goal as best as we can.
And given that it's a big decision, it would not be a terrible idea if you don't feel you have enough information to spend the next few sessions pursuing more information. You just got to be careful. There's a few things that if you tip them over, that's that, right? Like there's no coming back from it. Yeah. So you just have to be. You have to identify the extraneous part.
Yeah.
Right.
And
so from where go ahead.
I think the ones that are the animals. I don't think he would care whatever happens to them.
Yeah.
Yes.
I also think probably Baba Lazaga and getting the stones. I don't think he would care about that if he not knowing it, because we've gotten 2 stones and he's not gonna, unless he's like we're saying his name while we're doing it, so he can scry on us. I don't think.
It's entirely likely that he might not be aware that the stones are essentially the manifestation of the Fane's lingering power. Like he might not know that.
Yeah.
And we only have 1 stone on us, so.
So here's where Robin's kind of at with stuff. I think we're at a point where it feels like we need to go to Krezk to get bullets, but maybe we don't after doing an inventory count.
Look, I was just role playing Wayne. I'm totally fine with voting against going to Krezk.
Did he just get 50 more fucking bullets?
Yeah, he uses his
I'm sorry. I'm just thinking about Shane Masters, like whose girlfriend just died horribly. In game, not in real life. But whose girlfriend just died horribly to the point that when we did the recap, everybody was crying. It was such a terrible death scene. This man's carried 8 fucking shells in his pocket. Like that's all he's got. Like, and Wayne's over here acting like it's the end of the world. dude's like, well, I have 50 more bullets, but you know, yeah,
So, but I mean, that's the impression Robin has.
right.
So Baba Lazaga, I feel like she is going to kick our asses.
Well, the thing is,
Still,
we
like-
know now what to do with Baba Lysaga. We need to
We hit her
interrupt
on a
her
full
ritual.
moon, or a
Yeah,
new
we
Yeah.
need her for ritual.
Where are we at month-wise?
You also know that her that she hates the were-ravens. So they
we
would
could enlist
be
her help.
yeah, they would be frightened of her, obviously, but I mean this would definitely be an opportunity to maybe get some help from them if you
Yes.
wanted
guess-
to hit them up.
Yeah,
Especially
and we
since
can
we
tell
have
them.
the other stove. So
Yeah,
we have two
and
stoves.
now that we
But
know
this is
how
another one that
to-
in the book that in his own hand he did say that, you know, hey, she's pretty rough. Like this bitch is
Yeah.
pretty tough. Yeah.
And then these other creatures are fine. The rock also seems like it's going to kick our asses potentially pretty hard.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's going to be a really tough one to. But we only need blood. We don't need to kill it.
Right. Just got to get it
And that-
bloodied. Yeah.
That
Yeah,
one
we-
is either while it's hunting on the lake, or we have to head up towards the Amber Temple into the mountains to go fight it
Mhm.
on the way that way, right? Like those are kind of our two options with that. I think with Vampire, I don't think we necessarily have to deal with him if we go into the Amber Temple, but I feel like going into the Amber Temple, we could get more information.
Yeah, I do
it could
agree
be-
with that.
Like
Ken wants to go
I
to the
feel
Amber
like-
Temple. Victor wants to go to the
Yeah.
Amber Temple, but also like,
and
Thought once ago.
are we
Yeah.
going to the Amber
and
Temple?
and again, out of character, we gain a level when we get to the Amber Temple because that is Victor's one of his
True.
things, and I know
True.
we get a level when we get there.
And we have a
Also
power,
keep in mind
so-
that once you get to level 9,
Yeah,
you
our
unlock
next-
Abyssal Brew's fast travel.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you get to choose whenever you are setting up a route to a destination, you could tell me if you want to do fast travel or if you want to roll for encounters.
And I will also say the Amber Temple feels like one of the few places where there is going to be a bunch of potential treasure. I mean, I'm guessing that some of it is cursed as fuck,
Mm.
but
Probably.
there's also the
I'm already cursed. Fuck it.
yeah.
I'm also
But there
thinking
is also the potential for like exceptional power and magic that we don't have there, as well as cash that we can use to.
Yeah. Well,
that's
I'll
also
be honest.
dealing with,
I
with,
have
yeah,
I have a
insane
hunch. I
Oh,
have a
and I will
hunch
point this
that if
out
we
also.
leave-
Oh,
I'm sorry. I have a hunch that if we don't go to Krezk, it may not be around when we get back. It's just a feeling. And a
The cold
possibility.
shoulders would take them all. Like,
So Victor points out to you that now that he has Magic Circle could catch Fae, which are what hags are. So
Wait a
maybe.
what's
Yeah,
the cast
round
time
two.
on Magic Circle?
Well,
It's a
it
minute.
takes a
With the
minute to
ritual?
make it, but
Minute.
if you do it before his idea is you do it before sunset, and you put it near people that are being targeted, and maybe you catch a. It's a very expensive, right? Because there's no guarantee that you're going to catch them, but maybe one of them's when they're coming to feed in the night, they get trapped.
Bait them in or something.
We should definitely take care of
I
that before we go to the Ember Temple.
Yeah, I think we could go to Krezk as long as we just like annotate, the boundaries that we can't cross. And I think one of those boundaries is redeeming the angel. So I don't know if we should talk to him.
And I should say, part of the reason Robin is saying that is because she can no longer
RP wise, yeah.
RP wise, she can't deal with evil. So because she is now redeeming
Yeah.
the land and stuff. So
I
so
don't
that's
matter
her
either
only
way
option.
What we do with the angel, so
And thinks he might be a lost cause, and we should probably just kill him.
we can
Robin
kill
is
him.
specifically saying redeem because if he reads her thoughts and all that's going through her head is kill,
Right.
that's a bad situation.
Yeah, no, there's a lot going on here. I'm very excited
I guess
about what you decide to do, But
Yeah, so-
I know it's coming across as a pretty big
Yeah.
decision. So
I asked
So
everybody
I
like, what are they feeling? What are they feeling about like paths? Like, just as an idea, like even if we're not making a decision right now, but like out of the paths that were kind of like laid out before us, like maybe turning Vasily into the leader, maybe somebody in the party becoming the leader, healing the land. Which kind of direction are you guys like?
All
Okay,
right,
that
so,
one kind of
well,
sounds
let's
cool.
so let's look at our 4 paths, right? So we've got help Strahd kill
free.
darkness.
Yeah.
/ freedom. We've got replace Strahd.
With NPC.
Someone
Takes
doesn't
the
have to be
mantle.
or PC. Someone takes the mantle. So Strahd would be happy. Then we have. I'm gonna just put good path. Restore the land.
All right, we know Taylor's a.
I mean, then we
I mean-
have
The straw poll.
the last path is red hand. I'm gonna just put red-handed doom. Form an army. Attack castle.
unite the land, I think is what they're calling it. The classic group is unite the land.
Okay, I'll take out red-handed doom.
Yeah.
And I'll put it
Classic approach.
unite the land. All right, let me put some hyphens so it's easier to read.
I mean, Robin is.
Man, I probably should just do it as a poll, right?
Probably.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, Robin is. I mean, RP wise, kind of
Flash poll.
all in
Mhm.
on the good path, restore the land.
Mhm.
I think at this point.
And again, like as the DM, I will support whatever path you take, with no judgments. I entered into this campaign with no judgment. Sometimes I run a campaign and I say,
Oh, wait.
this campaign is about being heroes. I want you to do heroic shit. I need you to really think hard about, like when you're given the temptation for evil, we're trying to run a good game with heroic characters. Sometimes I'm like, we're running a game with villains. As long as you guys take care of each other, the rest of the world could get burned to the ground, right? Because you're villains. This campaign is complete sandbox, in all aspects, right? Also the morality, right? Like whatever you guys decide together needs to be done, you do it. Now this gets complicated if people have been compromised by dark powers or other influences, right? Because now what they want isn't necessarily in their control, because they're kind of wanting what their patron wants or their ally wants,
Wait,
essentially.
I'm gonna throw it up again and let you vote multiple times.
Now, if you guys want to betray each other, just message me privately. Like that, you could vote however you need to.
Here we go again.
But if you, well, that's one of the aspects of this campaign, from what
Yeah.
I've read, is that there are people that you get to this pivotal moment, and then a person walks across the battle map, turns around because they were actually on the other team, or like they were promised something good to do a thing when it needed to happen. So
I changed it so you can vote multiple times.
Mm.
I will also say Taylor is a good character.
Mhm.
Taylor wants the good path. I've done the good path before. I've also done the Unite the Land path, and I've also done the evil path. So I'm kind of like down for whatever.
Mhm.
But Taylor would vote good.
I think Anne would probably try and choose whichever screws over Strahd the most. That's probably good. That's probably the restored land one out of these two.
For Robin, I mean, she obviously has roleplay reasons for choosing that. For Lauren, the player, what I'm really interested in about that is I'm curious what happens if we restore the land. because there's so much other stuff at work here. Like, it feels like that can't possibly be a straight ending. Like, there has to be a lot more to it than just that.
We'll say
Yeah,
we did
'cause-
kind of learn that the land spirits are like eldritch, like animal spirit monsters. So yeah,
Mhm.
you don't know
Yeah,
you
but
don't
are
know
they
what's going to happen when they come back.
they
Yeah, I
would be
mean,
strong
in
enough to
in
pull away
Witcher
from the
in
dark
Witcher
tower.
3, there were 3 ladies that were in charge of the land,
Hmm.
and they weren't necessarily nice ladies.
No.
I mean, Jenny seems pretty nice.
Yeah, yeah. She's sweet on you.
In this poll, I'm gonna vote for what my player wants.
Hmm. I guess another question that I would have, just a meta question, is we established that replacing Strahd, I feel, is a neutral evil, lawful evil kind of path. That restoring the land is a neutral good, chaotic good kind of path. Uniting the land, I feel, is a lawful good or lawful neutral kind of way to handle it, right? Like, empower the people to take back their own land. Don't just do it for them. Like, lead them into that kind of thing. But I don't know on the 9 alignments where helping Strahd directly would fall. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I don't think it's
he's
inherently evil.
he's well established that he is super evil, right? It's well established that he's super
I mean,
evil.
that would
Yeah, he is.
probably be a lawful
Yeah.
evil, right? Because you're
Yeah.
helping evil and is for an evil act, but it's not necessarily.
I think
But
I think
but
that's like a neutral.
if the death of Vampire breaks the curse
But
of
it's for
Strahd and
it's for selfish.
frees the land,
I
yeah,
would
It's
say
for self.
yeah,
It's for selfish
yeah.
reasons.
Yeah, I would
True,
say freeing Strahd is a neutral.
is
Yeah,
the like the neutral path,
the true
like
neutral,
yeah,
the true neutral path, because right there you're like, okay, this thing is gonna be a problem whether it's gonna, for me, later down the line regardless. So
Yeah.
let's get rid of it.
I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah,
That's
I
kind of
think
like
you could say it's good or evil.
the
That's what I'm
non-aligned
saying. It's
path,
the true neutral path.
Yeah.
Also, killing the big bad boss sounds awesome. I mean, it sounds impossible, you know.
Mm-mm. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
Killing
why it's
vampirism.
not on wheels, Wes.
It's like killing vampirism.
Yeah, I mean that would honestly probably be Robin's second choice because it is kind of like, well, let's escalate this. Let's if Strahd actually isn't the big bad, if there is actually a bigger bad than him and he's also a victim, then like let's
really
go
good?
to that next level and destroy that next thing.
And I think if we did that one, then we would have a lot more liberty
And we might actually
to do what we want. Like, we could remove half this murder board, wouldn't even be our concern. We could have,
one would argue if you went with help Strahd, you just turned this murder board into
our
a
army
roster. Yeah,
yeah. Well, except for one person.
Well, what I'm about to say, but it also means you'd be working with people like that.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, would we? Because I also feel like if we're helping Strahd and he actually thinks that we are helpful enough, like he would be willing, because he is evil. He would be willing to make sacrifices.
This is his Alfred, though.
Well, that's true.
That's like asking Batman, like, "Hey, I'll help you, but I'm gonna kill Alfred real quick." Like, I don't know. Too many universes where Batman would be like, "Okay."
Yeah, but Batman is chaotic.
He is definitely chaotic good. He's
definitely chaotic good. Strahd is not.
I'll free you at the price of one man.
I mean, he did say he's reforging people, and he might, if we were to go and like legitimately fight Rahadin and surpass him and beat him, that's another take on the, like, okay, maybe they're getting stronger so they can do the thing.
Also, I think if we run into Rahadin, it doesn't matter. He's gonna fight. Like, he's gonna attack me. Like, and if we kill him, in defense, but he'd be upset.
That's gonna make a difference for him, probably.
Well, and Strahd knows about your identity, so yeah.
Okay.
Well, helping Strahd, then the angel can definitely die.
Yeah. Yeah, really, the only one of these that I feel like that we really would want to try to redeem the angel would be if we're trying to form an army and unite the land to attack the castle. And I feel like that's the least likely one of these that we do.
Mm.
Yeah, just based on our characters.
I've been on a war campaign before.
Also, in my
It's
opinion,
stressful.
Unite the Land is very hard without a ton of magic.
And like, have you met the people here outside of RP like NPCs? Like,
Yeah.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
But it is a very, from what I've read of other campaigns, Unite the Land is actually a pretty common path that groups try to take. So.
Well, it feels like that.
It feels like the classic D&D.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that feels like the route that you are supposed to take in D&D.
Yeah.
There's an opponent you can't fight. Well, let's have an ally to help us.
Mm-hmm.
And not just an ally, but let's get all the allies.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's
Plus, there's less tipping points when you're doing a slow boil, right? So like you're building up and building up and building up these allies and these resources. That's a lot different than, yo, bro, we just shattered 1/3 of your power, and we're lined up to do the other 2/3. Hope you don't mind, right? Like that. Yeah, like the path of breaking him from the land. You guys are gonna have to like execute that shit in like an Ocean's 11, like bop 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 bop. Like once you start that process, you have to be prepared to finish it. I'll tell you that right now.
Well, that's why it has to look like we're doing other, and we're just accomplishing it while we are doing the other. Basically,
I think what Crash is saying is like he's gonna feel it, like
Right,
he's gonna know and be after us the second
now-
we.
He's
No,
literally he said himself, right? I am the land. So when you break that first connection, like he'll know, like. Yeah.
I guess looking at what we voted so far, we have help Strahd kill the big bad vampirism freedom, and then we have good path the land, restore the land. What are the goals for the restore the land right now? We have the make Robin the Seeker by having the animals. We have getting the 3 stones, right?
Get the 3rd stone,
and then we have to perform the ritual, right, with the stones and the blood
At 3 different locations.
at 3 different locations. So that means we need if we want to do that route, we need to find those 3 locations before we start.
The locations are Yester Hill.
I think we know the
windmill was,
locations.
and Baba Yaga's house, I think.
Yester Hill, where? And what was the middle one?
I think
We saw one at the windmill, and then the last one's Perez.
Alright, so windmill.
So they are
Perez,
relatively close to each other. It's not like they're scattered to the far corners of the world.
Alright, so windmill, Perez, Yester Hill. So down this line. I think if we're gonna do this, we probably should start at the windmill. We have to clear out the places first, and then go start at the grinder, and then move away from Castle Ravenloft.
I think we know he can scry. I think that if we do it, we have, and obviously we don't know this in character, but I'm sure the doctor can tell us. Rings of non-detection. How else do you do that? He's gonna just come after us.
Well, it's honestly there's just not the resources even for a magical party to completely avoid the notice of doing that. You would know in your hearts that as soon as you break that first one, he's gonna come after you. He's not gonna sit by and just be like, okay. Yeah, so
Right.
At least it's
Yeah.
not
The good
fighting
thing-
him on the balcony.
But we're not going to be fighting him in his castle, which means he's going
That's
to be
true.
not on his home turf.
That's true.
But also
But
means we
he
might
is
not be
the
fighting
land.
him in our designated spot we're supposed to fight him.
Well, that's fine, because we have a magic circle now when he shows up. To hopefully catch him. Will it work on him? No, it won't.
It might.
He's an undead. He's an
I mean,
undead.
it
He
could,
should
but
also be a
you're-
fae, right?
It does
Yeah.
undead. He's undead.
You're gonna be hard pressed to get him in one. I mean the St.
It's a
Markovia
it's a
thing
10
is good.
foot it's a 10-foot radius, 20-foot high cylinder. So they can't even fly. You can fly through it too if you're not paying attention.
Oof. Oof.
Apply into.
Who probably can lure him into it? Green.
Hmm.
Ugh. Hate it. I had to. And doesn't hate it, but dumb.
I mean, it doesn't affect us, right? So we just stand in it, and
Mm-hmm.
he shows up and comes to attack us. We cover it, I know, some leaves, some branches.
Well,
But yeah,
if go ahead.
Then he's
so I
stuck
think
an
for
hour.
the that good path, it's these 3 spots. We need to get all 3 stones, get all the blood, do the rituals there. I think before we even start that, we probably should go to the Amber Temple at some point.
Hmm.
And I think that's really the only like major thing I think we would want to have to like primary thing is probably Amber Temple before we do all that stuff. And then
Yeah.
maybe
Yeah,
our
maybe
Well, we have
third
to
stone.
Zaga. We have to deal with her.
yeah, but like that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, we have to clear out the three locations, which we've done 2 so far.
Yeah, and then the other question, like you're saying, I feel like you're saying is, do we want to try to go to Argynvost and try to convince them that Strahd suffering is making the land suffer more than Strahd is suffering? He's actually enjoying himself too much, and they need to reevaluate their priorities. And
What it could be is that, and maybe this is a one way we could probably spin it, and we don't know this for sure. I don't know if this is how it's going to work, but like once he loses the power of the land, he's now vulnerable, and so maybe having him suffer while he's vulnerable would be better for them instead of having him suffer while he's immortal, while he's untouchable.
so if they could help defend us until he's
Like
vulnerable.
once the land is gone, what is he going to do? They can now they can go and get the revenge.
Mhm.
I mean, I think honestly, Argynvost seems more like a 4th option road-ish, but I do think that's where the path to Strength card, the Sword of Sunlight, is.
Well, that's the other thing. You guys gotta check your Taroga readings to see what else,
Yeah, like I think
Well, I
that
mean, yeah. Go ahead.
like I do think we want to go to Argynvost, but like I don't know, like if recruitment is gonna be like our true goal. I think the sword should be our true goal from
Yeah, I
going
think
there.
over there is to get the stuff we need.
I think before we go and do
Amber Temple.
well, not necessarily the Amber Temple. I think before we set off any triggers, like I'm gonna just call them Strahd triggers. Before we set off any Strahd triggers, I think that we should go to Castle Ravenloft and get the thing in the chapel. And I mean, we could go there because it seems like we're even. Like we have 3 votes for both Good Path and Help Strahd kill Darkness Path. We could go there under the guise, and it's not even like like we're bamboozling him because we're considering it to help him. Go there, talk to him, go and grab the thing in the crypt.
And
maybe
if grabbing the thing in the crypt would be a trigger.
Well, not the crypt, the thing. I don't think so, because like if Madame Eva is a plant, like we think, this is one of the things. If we're gonna kill Darkness, the vampire, I think we might need the Sword of Sunlight. And if we go there as allies to him and be like, hey, we've been learning this shit. We know why we're here. We know what you want. We might be those people to get you what you want. Do you think he's gonna freak out when we go into this chapel and grab the thing that Madame Eva that the Vistani told us to grab? I mean, I don't think that's a trigger.
Unless the point of it is that we need to get these things without him knowing, or without going that route.
But he knows if he's Vasily, he knows we have the book.
I will point out the last part of the book. it will be my place to train them, to test them, to break them, and reforge them into something strong enough to seal away this darkness forever. So, I feel like whatever you want or need, this dude ain't gonna make it easy for you.
Yeah.
Even if he was your ally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I'm more just saying, like, I'm not saying he's gonna be like, oh, you need the sword of sunlight. Here's it. It's
Oh
right
yeah,
here."
yeah. No. But
I-
yeah. I'm pointing that out as kind of like you're saying, like, yeah, we could probably just go get it. Well, I mean, whatever that entails.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, we're obviously still gonna have to get it, but like,
What I'm saying
Like
is that
you could read my diary if you're willing to spend 5 days deciphering it. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of thing. Yeah.
what I'm saying is that we'll go there, say like, hey, we want to help and we need to go get this thing, and then he'll be like, okay, well, go and get it. I'm gonna make it extremely tough. If you die, you die.
I don't even think we tell him like we're here to get this thing. Maybe we just say, hey, this is what we found out.
Isn't it just off the courtyard? Isn't that what we?
Yeah, it's literally
Yeah.
right off the courtyard. It's literally right off the courtyard. Yeah.
Remember the castle is a living thing that's connected to him. So wherever we go, he's gonna know where we're at.
I mean, we could even tell him like we're gonna explore. See what he does. If he says no, I'm not gonna let you walk around. Then be like, we gotcha. Wink. I'm just saying we got like I think this stuff is important, and now seems like the time to get it. Because we're staring at these crossroads, and we've got some things, that we got to tie up.
So I guess the question
Loose
is,
ends.
do we want to get
what a rough night to be down.
Yeah, to be down.
Yeah, do we want to go to the castle or the Amber Temple next? It seems like Krezk's off the board now again.
I don't think Krezk's off the board. I just think that we need to
since we have
be
Amber.
careful. I just think if we do go to Krezk, we need to be careful about what we do. But honestly, I think we go to fucking Castle Ravenloft.
I mean, if we wanted to, because we can't go, we don't need an accident. We get to Krezk and somehow or another end up killing the Cold Shoulders, all 7 of them.
When
Well, he said he wouldn't care if we killed the Cold Shoulders. Well, Vasily said he wouldn't care.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we could
They're
kill
just
them and
lackeys.
sell all their gear.
If they die, they
But
die.
keep in mind, they would have been sent pretty much
This
like
It's like a
right,
week.
yeah,
4
like,
days.
and then you guys have been doing this for 4 or 5 days, and you're gonna spend another day here so that he can learn Magic Circle.
Yeah, like if we walk into Krezk, it could very well be like we're walking into the scene in Valakai, like that we avoided.
And then we
The
save
like,
them.
flip side.
We save them,
The
and
flip
then
side
they
is-
shower us with bullets and
Yeah,
weaponry as us.
Yeah, or they went, they delivered the message, and then they moved on.
Yeah, that too.
Or they could have killed literally everybody in the village, and we walk in and loot the place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Doubtful
that
with
too.
that defense, right? Because the
I
defense killed her.
don't-
I don't see how they killed that.
I don't think it's gonna be as easy as walking in there. Where is everybody? Oh, look! Someone left these bullets.
Look at the blacksmith shop. It's rubble, except for all these bullets.
I don't know. I don't think we have like a time limit on our paths. There's more of like, okay, once we like triggered the like, okay, we're obviously going against him and broke one of his powers, or we obviously are doing this thing that he doesn't like. I think we can go to Krezk, see what goes there, and then if we need to rest, come back to the tower, take a long rest, and then go to Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah.
So,
I think
so
what
here's the thing.
matters
Here's the thing we
is
need to
Strahd
know.
Triggers.
Yeah. So here's the thing we need to be aware of. At least according to the simple calendar that I am looking at, this is Sunday the 24th of Centiver.
Mhm.
And the next full moon is
In 2
Tuesday,
days.
the 10th of October.
You
Which
just
Talking
call it
is-
October.
the new moon.
It's on a
Well,
new moon.
here I'll advance it
Tuesday,
one more.
20
I'll advance it one more day to the 25th to kind of represent
Tomorrow's the new moon.
Victor getting his stuff, and then we'll assume that you set out first thing on the 26th.
and it's on the new moon. It's not on a full moon.
Yeah, it's on
Yeah,
That's
new
when
moon
she-
for her
yeah.
thing. Yeah, so it'll be tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we
Well,
would
there's
have,
no way we-
yeah, we
So
can't make that
Wednesday.
one.
Wednesday.
Yeah, so
I
you'd have a
mean-
whole month to
Or,
do
yeah,
to,
we have the
to-
25th.
to get strong. To get strong.
Yeah. So I mean,
Yeah.
there's no way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yes,
We
I
have
guess
25 days to
memberships.
get powerful or die.
Like I mean,
guess
we have
we'll
to leave now,
We should
or
probably ask Thought and Van Richten to like compare which would be a bigger threat, Baba Lysaga or Xanther at the Ember Temple.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so Thought is going to tell you that if you want to go back to the Amber Temple, which he approves of, do you have a way to heal Xanther's mind? Otherwise, you're just going to be dealing with a very confused and apparently headless Lich in a dungeon full of ancient horrors.
Oh, see,
Oh,
when I
okay.
hear a headless lich, I think of something else.
Yeah, we don't. But if we killed the priest
Wait.
and have the energy, then that might fix them, since supposedly we can fix everything.
It can fix any malady of the mind, body, or soul.
You know, of
Mhm.
course, Leo
Alright,
would
there we go.
want to be greedy
Mhm.
and use that essence for not healing.
Look,
He
I'm
had worse
telling you,
legs, but-
I'm telling you right now, that fucking shit is a one-time use, and we all fucking know it.
Totally.
We all fucking know it. It's not gonna
Oh.
be like you've got enough for a headless lich and a barrel full of Jason. Like,
But
Totally.
Leo, sensing your need to help your friend, he does point out to you that there are many secrets within the Amber Temple that can, being dead in a barrel, that's nothing to some of the beings in the Amber Temple. Some of the secrets that Xanther has forgotten could probably resolve that issue.
We also learned that Jason's probably not dead until the petrification goes off. He's just in excruciating pain because he's in pieces.
God damn.
Did you point that out in character? Dude? Yeah, probably.
Well, that was never told to Leo. You guys were
Oh,
both
okay,
upstairs,
okay.
and he was downstairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
When that happened.
So
So between Thought would just be like, there's no point for Thought, at least, to go back to the Amber Temple because he hasn't found a way to cure Xanther yet. And right now, for Thought, the best bet is to kill the Celestial, get the Celestial's blood, use that. That's where Thought's at. If he's being completely transparent with you guys. Alternatively, going to Baba Lysaga
yeah, I was gonna
and
say, I think
asking her to heal Xanther is
I don't know about that.
is on Thought's maybe list.
Taylor's
I
gonna
don't think
point
that's
the way we
out.
can play that.
Taylor's
Yeah.
gonna point out that if there's an entity that is strong enough to deal with, like Xanther, I'm sorry,
Xanther.
Xanther, and it wasn't Strahd, which we know from his journal, that could have been Baba Lysaga that
So-
did that.
We do know that we heard that Baba Lysaga thinks of Strahd as her child, and Xanther's supposed to be his mentor. So there's probably a way we can probably spin it to her that, hey, you should probably go help heal your son's mentor.
Well, I see, or it could have been she did that to him out of jealousy, because Strahd
Yeah,
wants
too.
nothing to do with her.
Yeah, this could be it too.
She's trying to get
But
his attention.
But looking at all of, like, if we look at the power pieces in play, right? Like Baba Lysaga, Xanther, the Angel, and Strahd, and then the Darkness. Which one is the most likely to have fucked with Xanther?
Well, I mean, Van Richten will tell you outright that he thinks between the Amber Temple and the Swamps of Berez that you guys would be safer going to the Swamps of Berez, in his professional opinion. he doesn't know enough about the abbot to know for sure if the abbot would be a more manageable fight for you than Baba Lysaga. Because all he knows about Baba Lysaga is that she is hag-like, but not a hag. She is an immortal spellcaster. Which means that you don't know what you're getting into, because you don't know what spells she has, essentially. You know that she is able to construct constructs, so because she's got them scarecrows and everything.
Yeah.
And who knows what other things she has working for her or command over. So one of them's kind of like a somewhat unknown divine threat, and one of them is a somewhat unknown arcane threat. And then the Amber Temple is literally endgame dungeon. Like, even more so than Castle Ravenloft. Like, it's a big bad place.
We also know there's a way to take care of Baba Lysaga with her ritual. We have
That's
that.
true.
We don't have that for the abbot or.
And that could be information that the Order of the Feather doesn't have. That if you
Yeah, that's what I think we could tell that to
Yeah.
them. Honestly, what I think we should do, I think we should go to Krezk with our heads down.
Yeah.
Get Wayne his goddamn bullets. Figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
And then we go to Argynvoth's Hole.
Yep. I was gonna say the same thing.
Bamboozle our way in. Get the Sword of Sunlight. Then we go to Castle Ravenloft. Be like, "What's up, Daddy?
Well,
Can we have dinner?"
Before we go to Castle Ravenloft, maybe we stop by the Wizards of Wine. Let them know what we found out.
Take the stone back.
Tell them
take the stone back because it's power.
Yeah, maybe take the stone back for his power. Let them know that about the ritual for what's her name, so they can kind of like do some scouting and
exactly.
Maybe,
we could say we're gonna be there on October 25th. Be there or be square. Yeah.
Then go to Castle Ravenloft to try and get the rest of the things on our Daroka.
Because I think we can do all those things without setting off any triggers.
Mm-hmm.
And we can clean up our loose ends, get the shit we need for.
Yeah, and we have herbs that we can
sell
reading for money. I just remember that, so we can.
Yeah, we do have a lot of those herbs.
Yeah, we sell the herbs for the money for the bullets.
And if we run into the cold shoulders, let's dance. Let's dance.
It's also loot too.
Yep.
And food.
All right.
What?
We got a plan.
They're vampires. What? You're gonna eat them?
All right. So
we're heading to Krezk, unless anyone else is opposed. We're heading to Krezk.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Heading to Krezk. Beautiful. All right. Let me map that out for you real quick. All right, and you're taking.
Yep.
Jason in the barrel.
Wait. So we are gonna go talk to the angel, because I don't think we should. I don't think we're ready to kill him, and I don't think that we're gonna. I don't think we can risk redeeming him.
But I don't know when we'll have another barrel time to come by to get the barrel.
I mean, whether we redeem him or not, we could go to him and be like, "Hey, we want to raise our friend. Just see what happens."
But you heard what Robin said about how she feels about evil and like evil creatures being able to know that she hates them and wants to kill them. Like, Robin, I think.
Do we know he's evil right now?
Pretty much, yeah. I think that's what we've gathered. Yeah. I think that like it's just such a big wild card. Like, I don't know. I just don't.
It's only 6 hours from Old Tower to Krezk.
Yeah. Plus, we don't know how Krezk.
Plus one extra encounter from the Raven River Crossroads. So it'll be 7 encounter checks.
And Robin would like to be using the dagger to be searching for, I guess, the.
Horse.
We'll be looking for
moose.
Moose, I guess.
Moose or
bear. Moose or bear.
Okay.
Which would one of them be better suited to the terrain we are currently traveling through or by?
Moose.
All right, moose.
Okay.
Would that mean
Bear is up in the mountains a bit more.
We're doing half speed travel then, because we're doing like a travel activity.
Do you want to do half speed? I would just with this spell. I'm assuming you just gonna cast it, and then remember this one orients you immediately. It's not like an ongoing spell that you have to stay focused on.
Okay.
It's more like you're just checking. You're like, is it nearby? No. Okay, and you keep walking essentially.
Okay, so yeah, in that case,
Yeah.
I'm fine with not doing any. Just get there.
Yeah.
Finish
It just gives you a ping. And that would be represented just by me on the random encounter chart. I will just roll an extra time, and then see if your quarry pops up, essentially. So it'll be traveling at a normal pace. You'll have twice the chance of encountering it as you normally would.
Sounds good.
All right. So, any last words for the doctor before you head out?
Are we leaving the barrel of friend behind
I think.
for now? Is that what we just decided?
I don't think we decided. I just
Yeah.
stated my feelings on it.
If you've got a cart of supplies, an extra barrel of dude, it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, I think
We have two.
prefer.
We're calling around with 2 carts, so
Yeah, I think we would
Yeah.
prefer to bring them anyway, since all this discussion of like, well, okay, well, if this guy doesn't do it, then maybe this guy. It's just
Yeah.
a trip we don't have
Sorry.
to take back to the tower.
And are we-
Imagine running into someone that could solve your problem, and then you're like,
Then you
cool,
don't have the
but
barrel.
I left my dude back at this tower. I got to go get it, kind of
And
deal.
And then are we
do you
taking?
want to leave the book at the tower?
Yeah. Has anybody? This is a terrible question. Has anybody opened the barrel since you put it inside the tower?
Heavens, no.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Okay.
How long does this petrification last?
What?
because it might.
Wait,
it might
wait,
not
wait.
last inside the tower.
I mean,
Oh yeah,
if
the tower.
Mhm.
oh wait, wouldn't it smell if it didn't?
It's
last?
it's cold. It's cold, and it's being kept on the ground floor.
Well, I mean, is
but-
the tower an anti-magic field, or it just blocks out magic from the outside? Because
It's
Victor not able to use...
all magic that is not Xanther's magic.
Oh boy.
Poor
Wait,
guy.
did
So, I mean-
Xanther create that gargoyle? Oh man,
So okay, hold on.
Hey, at least
So
he's
that
not
means that when we
anymore.
walked in with the barrel, would we have heard like a squelching sound of a?
I think like once you settled it in, maybe you weren't paying attention because there's a lot of shit going on. But I think when you go to pick it up at this point, you would notice the smell when you go to
Well,
interact with it. And
it certainly wouldn't be as
splash.
heavy.
Yeah, and it's lighter, and there's a kind of a slurry kind of sound as you move it around.
Oh no.
Well, who's the one that picks it up? I'm guessing it's Leo, right?
Oh, yeah.
I would assume it would be Ann, because
Yeah.
Ann's willing to go on the ground floor, and it's stored on the ground floor.
Oh, and you pick it up and your tummy rumbles.
Oh no! Everyone, cover your eyes.
The Jason protein shake. Oh man. No one will blame you, Ann. No one will blame you. But
I won't.
Victor looks, visibly ill because he figures it out right away.
She doesn't.
And then Irenia looks at Victor and says, What is wrong? I know it's really sad. Like, we all care so much for Jason, but... And then he just shakes his head, kind of like taking deep breaths not to vomit. And she just looks over with her 6 wisdom. She's just like, I don't get it. Anne, is there something wrong with the barrel?
Feels like it's filled with water.
Water.
And as you say that, everybody except Irenia kind of gets it. That like, oh, All right, but
Does
and
Mizora
as
get
it crosses the threshold, it becomes very heavy again as it resolidifies. Which indicates that the petrification is some sort of curse and not an instantaneous effect. Because remember, anti-magic will not kill a undead like a skeleton because the magic that made the skeleton occurred and then the skeleton exists. But a construct which is sustained by ongoing magic would get shut down by anti-magic. So in this instance, the fact that the petrification was shut down temporarily means that it's an ongoing magical effect.
Now that he's
But-
been liquefied, there's not
And
really
then reconstituted.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, he would definitely be dead at that point. Yeah, if he wasn't just dead the whole time.
So you would need what, like, would true resurrection? Like, what is there anything that would bring him back from that?
It's been more than
Allegedly, the blood of a celestial can cure any ailment of the body, the mind, or the soul.
Is death an ailment?
I would say it's an ailment of the soul for sure.
All right, let's not think about it.
Pro strat.
Still 13 pieces.
All right, 18 or higher, 7 checks. Here we go, hitting the road.
Oh man. I hate
Hour
this.
1, nothing. Hour 2, nothing. Hour
Come on,
3,
find me a moose.
nothing. Hour 4, nothing. Hour 5, nothing. Hour 6, nothing. And bonus one from the crossroads, nothing. A completely uneventful trip. If any of them had triggered an encounter, that's when I would have rolled to see if it was the pre-rolled encounter for the road, or if it was your moose.
A moose?
That you're looking for.
There's no moose in these here woods.
Not according to RNGesus today. You guys arrive at Krezk. All right, let me make sure we got Krezk to go to.
looking at our tarot reading. Just want to let everybody know. So far, we got wisdom, and alliance, and that's it.
Well, 2 out of 4.
2 out of 5.
All right, let me change out lay music, and I'll advance the clock a little bit. There we go.
Oh, this is why we bought that cold weather gear.
Yes, you definitely need cold weather gear in this zone of the game.
Do we have enough for everybody?
We all bought one, so
Yeah.
Yeah, we bought
have
enough sets for everyone, including our NPCs.
Excellent. And Isaac is hot-blooded, so who cares? He's fine.
Yeah, I would say that a dude whose arm radiates fire is probably going to be able to keep himself warm. Should be good. He also has cold weather clothes, so. All right. So as you guys roll up on Krezk, a shot rings out from the walls. And looking up, you can see masked snipers up on the walls.
That's not how we wanted to get our bullets.
Right? It was a single shot to kind of let you know, like, hey, stop where you are, kind of thing. And a voice calls down from the wall, and it says, stop right there. Go no further. We received your message and have already sent it back to Wagner and Valakai. And then someone else, like, you kind of see like the 2 figures, like one leans in and kind of whispers to the other, and then the one that shot at you says, Oh, I have been informed that you are not the same people who are just here. Regardless, the gates to Krezk will remain by order of our burgomaster. Alright, so how do you guys want to proceed?
Well, Krezk is still standing.
That's good at least.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Robin will.
This is
Mhm.
usually where you Medusa them.
Yeah, she'll gesture to Wayne.
To Wayne? Oh, okay.
Wayne looks at Robin like, Robin, you're perfectly equipped for this. And then he puts his hands up and he says, "Look, I understand your city is closed, but I think your city may want to talk with us, and maybe your burgomaster. Just let him know that we're here and that we could be good friends." And then he looks at Robin and shrugs. And then he stink
We're
eyes
outsiders.
Leo.
Alright, so the sniper on the wall shouts down and says, "You want to speak with our burgomaster? Who should I say is calling upon him?"
He shrugs again. "Tell him it's SWAT. Maybe he's heard of us."
She leans in and whispers to this guy. This guy shrugs. She says, I'm afraid I misheard you. Can you repeat it so I do not embarrass myself?"
Yeah, it's SWAT.
Oh!
Look, we're no.
Yeah, she looks at the other guy, and the other guy looks relieved, like, oh, okay. Okay.
We're outsiders. We're not out here from Valakai or anything. We just want to talk with your people.
Fine. She says, "Outsiders named SWAT. I will go and see if he is willing to speak.
Thank
Do not
you.
approach the gates.
Yeah, we'll wait right here.
Other snipers.
Don't point your
ready.
guns at us anymore.
If you don't want silver where your blood flows, you'll listen."
I only want my blood there.
Alright. Time passes. Victor says, could we have dropped something like, we have the rose at the valley, or, I don't know, like, I guess we can't do me because Wagner.
Wayne
Couldn't we
shoots him a stubborn look like, you were free to say that.
Listen, I don't want to step on your toes, Wayne. I mean, this is your adventure, Krezk, the Wayne adventure.
Yes, see, Wayne, this is what you're good at.
Amber Temple is the Victor adventure.
Mm.
And adventure.
Yeah, I just wish I was here to be here for it. I don't know. Oh.
Alright. A man appears on the wall. Is a big man, almost 7 feet tall. Like 200 and, I don't know, 50 pounds of fucking muscle. It looks like he's maybe in his 50s, but still ready to kick ass. Also looks like life has kicked his ass. There he is. He's very scarred up, and like very grizzled looking. And he calls down to you, and he says, let me check. Okay, let's see. Who goes there? What do you need from Krezk? You say you're outsiders. What does that mean to me?
I don't know, it just seems like people get outsiders to help them around here. All I know is I need bullets, you got bullets, I need friends. You could need some friends.
Damn.
Come
All right,
on, man. We walked all the way here in this cold.
When you say that, he gets shook like you're some kind of fucking mind reader. But he puts himself back together real quick and he says, well, you're pretty astute. We do need some help. I hope you're cut from a cleaner cloth than the monsters that Valakai sent to bully and intimidate us.
Yeah, we're just sad we didn't see him on the way here. We were planning on killing him.
Dang, okay. He like nods his head. You sound bloodthirsty and confident. You're just the people I need. North of here, a werewolf has been hunting our people, travelers on the road, and our hunting grounds. She is not affiliated with the larger tribe of the far north. She is a lone wolf, you could say. But she needs to be put down.
Sounds like it. Can we talk about this like over a hot fire? It's cold out here, man.
She is white in coloration. The locals call her White Claw. He says this not knowing that it's a beverage in the real world and thinking that it's a cool name. I need you to go and slay her. Bring me her head as proof, and I will open the gates to you, and I will fill your pockets with silver and bullets. Until then, I cannot trust your intentions. Not after what we went through with the cold shoulders.
If you don't mind me asking, sorry, Robin, also part of SWAT over here. What exactly did...
Like swatting? He makes a swatting gesture.
Well, it's a little bit of a long story. It means something in our world that I don't think it means here. We can explain sometime when we can sit in more comfortable. Anyhow, all of that aside, what did happen with Cold Shoulders, if I may
ask? They came and they flexed their fangs. The jester made the laughing and filled the children and the infirm with fear. But we tested their resolve with several rounds of silver and showed them exactly how we felt about Wagner's new position. Perhaps it was the wrong choice. Perhaps we have invited retribution. But I know the Wagner woman's reputation, and if she would send such creatures to us, I know that she walks in darkness, and we will not follow. And as he says that, just the tiniest, weakest beam of like gray sunlight peeks through the snowy clouds and like illuminates him and the others on the parapets, and then just disappears.
What did they demand of you, if I may ask?
They demanded that we reopen the gates, that we reopen trade, and that Krezk were fealty to Valakai. That we abandon our independence. She claims to have the backing of the Dark Lord himself. But I find that hard to believe. He has not been seen in 40 years. I remember seeing him as a boy. He came in person to collect taxes from my father. Never had I seen fear in my father's eyes, but he had it that night.
No, I think I would say that she had the backing of one of the brides of the Dark Lord, and perhaps the notice of the Dark Lord. I'm not entirely sure she had his backing.
This region is managed by Valenta. She is agreeable to our way of life and letting us live on our own terms. If she vouches for the Wagner woman's words, then perhaps we will reconsider, but unlikely.
So each of the brides is, well, not each, but each city has a bride that is somewhat of a caretaker or spokesperson,
Manager.
if you will, for it. Manager. Go-between.
Yes.
Patron, maybe, is a good word.
Viceroy.
A representative from Castle Ravenloft. In the Dark Lord's absence. There's also that bootlick, Vasily von Holt. And he spits a fat wad that steams against the snow that it hits. Always slithering around, asking obvious questions. Greedy for our resources.
Was he here?
Not recently.
Yeah, Robin. Robin was just double checking. This White Wolf, how long has it been plaguing you?
Several weeks now. I believe she may have a boy in her possession. When he says this, the two guards next to him look very uncomfortable. And he says, many think that he is dead, torn apart and eaten. But if you happen to see him, he is young, pale of skin and pale of hair. If he still lives and you bring him back to me, I would be indebted. If you find his remains, it would put my heart and my wife's heart at ease.
Wayne kind of speaks up again. All right, so I need to get in your city, and you need me to kill this white wolf. You said you got silver bullets. Can you just give us some silver bullets, and we'll use them against this white wolf, and then
You want
get
me
more
to what,
bullets?
throw you a sack of bullets?
Yeah, I mean, like, it seems like you're asking us to go, solve your nation's problems.
If you are strong enough to confront the cold shoulders, then one werewolf should not be an issue.
Well, there's gonna be more than one. Look, man, we killed, like, the druids in the south. We got a resume.
Excellent.
But
Then
we
you
need
could just
tools for the job.
bring me the head, and the gates will open. Until then, your trust has not been earned.
It's not trust, it's like giving us the tools to do the job you need us to do.
He turns and he walks away. And you hear like 8 guns like
Look, I know
up
I
on the
could have
walls.
fished for a persuasion check, but Wayne is just that abrasive, so.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
So
All right. No bullets. All right. So, but gotta go find a white wolf.
Irenia says, I mean, there's like bullets after wolf. It's just like you guys were saying. Like, we'll come here and they'll need us to do something and it will do it and it will get stuff.
Mm-hmm. Robin's gonna call up.
Not to jinx us, but like one werewolf, come on, that's not a big deal.
Yeah.
What?
Robin's gonna call up to the wall real quick, and he's gonna say, like, for those of you still on the wall, like, we do know there's always more to the story than what the person just told us. Any other information that any of you would like to give us before we go off into the wilderness, where we're gonna go try to do the thing that's probably gonna help your town. But if you give us more information, we can do it better. Anyone at all?
Okay,
Anyone?
give me a persuasion.
Okay.
Okay.
Can Wayne
Sorry, Mike.
assist by just looking so goddamn desperate?
Sure.
And add your proficiency bonus to that.
Persuasion.
None of them will speak to you.
I should just turn back and just kind of.
They're not going to
Figures.
fall for any of Lady Walkner's trick. Sending a
It's gonna-
group named SWAT? Come on, how insulting.
It's gonna take out.
Yeah,
her,
the cold
great-
shoulders does have a better ring to it.
It's gonna take out her great axe, put it over her shoulder, and say, "Okay, so we're gonna go kill a wolf."
Yeah, let's go get
Yeah.
Wayne his bullets.
All right,
Probably
so
gonna
you
be
guys...
like a whole day of walking and no wolf showing up again. Probably.
Well, no,
Damn.
no. This should be easy. He looks to Robin. Robin's got a find me thing.
Well,
Dang, I should have said something like scratch the back that scratches yours. That's something Wayne would have said.
so how much of the find me thing did Robin have to use?
I assumed
Wow.
that you were doing it all 3 charges kind of spaced throughout your travel here, under the impression that you would be staying in Krezk for the night. So
That's kind of what I assumed too. I'm gonna go ahead and just roll this.
so all they said was the hills north of town, affecting the road and our hunting grounds. So you would assume that this kind of jelly bean shape is probably the area, because it's close enough that it hits the road. It's still got woods, but it's also in, like, you know, the kind of wooded hills where animals might like to hang out further away from the road.
Taylor pulls out her last vial of cat stink.
Damn. All right. Dedication. Okay. So for this, a knowledge nature and survival could increase the odds of success here. The cat stink would definitely help. Get some wolves roused.
And is both trained in nature and survival.
Well, surely just wolf, right? Crash just wolf. No, wolves.
Taylor's
right,
a lot
right,
better
right.
at nature now that
Well, I
we can
mean,
use
wolves
wisdom.
live in the forest, so you could just get wolves. Let's
Yeah,
see.
we just have a +2 in nature.
All right, this should
I
be
got a
fine.
+5 now.
All
Never
right,
used
so
wisdom.
woods is going to be a 15 or higher. Ooh, something spicy right away. Okay, not far from the town, you guys find a hidden bundle, which is to say, by now you recognize these. It is a cache where lycanthropes would store some spare clothes. So if you wanted to rob this drop point, you could get a dagger and some cold weather clothing, including boots. They are very loose fitting, because, you know, that's how lycanthrope like to do. Unknown if this would be a drop for werewolves or for were-ravens. Probably werewolves geographically, but who
There's
knows?
there's not like some fur inside the boot or something, or a feather.
Ooh,
That's
good point. Yeah, okay. I would say with your passive perception, yeah. You would determine that this is werewolf drop.
totally taking it.
Okay. Let's see. I will add another cold weather to your. Let's see. There you go. Another cold weather clothing for you, and a dagger. There you go. Okay.
Surely that can get traded for some bullets.
I mean, everything helps. Everything helps. Okay. So let's see. Did anybody roll me out a survival and or nature check?
Dunbar would like to help with the survival.
Ooh,
That goes up to
okay.
survival.
Sure.
Taylor will do the nature unless anyone has higher than a 5. All right,
Okay.
here you go.
If you want, Ed can help you with either one of those.
All right, Dunbar is gonna try and just do the survival because I feel like he's level 8 now. He should be able to kind of let you guys know if he's
Oh,
finding.
especially now that we got the werewolf stuff in the cache.
Yeah,
we can
yeah,
have
yeah.
him smell it, and you know.
Oh, yeah, that would give him advantage then. Okay. Yeah. So Taylor, you find signs of large wolves, in the area. It reminds you of the large wolf that you fought that turned out to be Strahd. Like the paw prints and the sign that you find reminds you of a wolf of that size. Dunbar is on the trail now. It would just be one more. Let's see, one more check here. Ooh, interesting. Okay.
That would also be
Oh.
our 8 hours of travel for the day too.
Ooh, shit. Okay. All right, because that puts you at 6. Or sorry, 8. Yeah, because you were at
All
6.
right, we
and
got
then you did
Leo.
2
We
more.
know what he's. We
Oh,
know
yeah,
what
you can do
Leo's
one
good
more.
at.
We have one more. We have one
Yeah.
more.
He's good at telling us to keep
Mhm.
fucking walking.
All
Yep.
right. So let me see. I need. Where is it?
If it
Mm-mm-mm.
gets dark, you know, we got Minadora with the torch.
Oh, god damn it!
We're taking her to go fight werewolves. Oh my goodness.
All right, let's see.
Girl.
Hey, she wanted to come here.
Mm-mm-mm. Dusk Breeze Forest. No, I need
Look,
the
I don't care,
frozen
Leo.
one.
That is not an excuse. I'm a
Uh,
daddy. I want to eat all the candy I got from Halloween. I got it. Let me eat all of it.
That's not
What's going
how
on
that
with
works.
this map? Oh no, that's not the map we need. Where is it? Curse of Strahd locales. Yeah, that could work. Let's see. Mm-hmm. I have all these great like winter maps, but for some reason I'm not seeing them. Let's see. Okay. Okay, this will work. And then I gotta drag you guys over real quick, which is now. Let's see. Who all is in this group now? Let's see. Active group. Victor. Oh yeah, Minadora has rejoined, so we got to get her in there.
Wait, no. Pull out the short bow with the silvered arrows.
Okay.
We also have our cards with us.
And you have your cards with you? All right.
Remember the last time we took our shit to go werewolf hunting?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was Zombie's fault, though, right? That wasn't.
No, that was,
it was the big
Strahd.
black
That
wolf
was
that we fought.
that was bat vomit.
Right. Yeah. That's rough. Okay. All right. So now we got active group. Oh no, and you got Isaac in there too. Damn. Why am I even running this encounter at this point? All right. No, Pathfinder has taught me that sometimes being able to just fucking tool up on some uppity monster that should not have fought you is good. So we're gonna do it.
Gonna be
All
what,
right.
like 2 twig blights or something again?
Maybe. All right. Let's see. Drag you guys in.
That's alright. We'll take their parts.
Blurp, 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 blurp.
That's right.
Okay.
Oh, I can't see anything.
Oh,
Yeah,
is the map
right.
too? All right, hold on.
Is it like nighttime? Oh, what time is it?
No, it's not that it's nighttime. It's probably just the map being dumb. Let's see. Configure. Let's
That will
see.
hold a torch in her invisible arm.
Lighting, global illumination. There we go.
We got Minadora.
There, can you see now?
Oh, hey,
Yep.
yeah.
All right, cool, cool, cool. All right, so
Welcome.
arrange yourselves in such a manner that
Oh,
you'd be
sweet.
traveling.
The Baron came with us. Okay.
Oh, my bad, my
That's the
bad.
help that was the help I was looking for.
I wanted
If we can't
Isaac.
have bullets, we'll get it.
Hold up. Why did I get him? All right, let me try again. All right, here we go. All right, cool. All right, so let's see. Isaac would probably want to stay where he could see Irenia. Anne's just walking. Okay. So as you're walking through, you find this clearing, and there's these mysterious ass old stones. It's not a circle of stones, just a weird outcropping of stones. The path you are following, it kind of winds around the stones a little bit, but then it heads that way. See that beautiful arrow that just got drawn. Now, as you are kind of walking and exploring, you hear a loud crack, as if like a gunshot went off, but you realize that it is a tree breaking. And then, Anne, you, Parple, God, I hope not Minadora. Okay, Minadora is somehow just outside of this effect. Jesus Christ.
She's still under
and-
contract.
Yeah, and Parple need to give me dexterity saving throws as this fucking tree falls over onto you guys. So I would need a dexterity saving throw. The DC is an 18. It is a basic against 4d6 bludgeoning damage. If you fail, you also are knocked prone. Okay, so the three of you are knocked prone and then take 17 points of bludgeoning damage. And at that point, we roll into a surprise round. All right.
Robin can't be surprised.
Ooh, nice. Okay. Then we roll into a surprise round for everyone except the creature and Robin. All right. And I'll roll everyone who can actually actively control themselves. There we go. And free agent Isaac. There we go. All right.
Is that new Taylor art?
That's her cold weather gear.
Oh, wow.
Nice. All right. Gonna go ahead and roll these NPCs. It don't matter in this game because of Wayne's condition. And then I will go and grab some Musax real quick. Let's see. Yeah, this will work. All right. So as we roll in, Wayne is surprised, but he has the initiative.
Wayne passes to Taylor, who passes
Okay.
to Irenia.
Oh, okay. Well, which would be Team Robin. So Robin is not surprised. He can actually act.
Oh, I'm trying to pass to the people that are.
Oh,
surprised,
okay. So you want to pass through and
yeah, so
Victor,
Isaac, yeah.
Isaac. I guess I should change Isaac to not be a bad guy. Hold on.
It's online and end with Robin, or end with the monster.
In with the monster, let Robin.
Okay, we'll end with the
in
monster, yeah.
In with the monster, and then let Robin go last. So
Okay, smart. All right, that's good because you wouldn't have been able to see the monster right away. Okay, so let's see. Oh, buddy, you're so out of your league here. That's okay. Yeah, I mean, Victor's the closest one, so I think it'll do Victor. Let's see. You see, stepping out of a tree is a humanoid made out of wood. Yeah. The wood seems to be rotten in places, and that rot kind of glows with a somewhat infernal light. You, as the Seeker, Robin, know that this is a dryad. Once a goodly spirit of the land, its nature now reflects the corruption that has taken hold of all things. All right. It extends a clawed hand made of wood at Victor, and it's going to activate Briar Cage. Let's see. Targets one creature can see within 50 feet. They must succeed on a DC 15 strength saving throw, or take some piercing damage and be restrained in a cage of thorny branches. All right, Victor can make a strength save. That's for babies. Oh, all right. So Victor is restrained. He takes 15 piercing damage. And now a restrained creature or a creature that could touch the restrained creature can use its action to make a DC 14 strength check, destroying the cage on a success, or taking 1d6 piercing damage to fail. The cage can also be attacked and destroyed. All right. Oh, damn. While restrained, they take 1d8 at the start of each of their turns, too. 1d10 damage. Okay, that's pretty cool. Alright, and then, let's see. Does it have anything else that it wants to do? Sure, yeah. It, bonus action, shillelaghs itself. It's hard.
Oh my god.
Robin, you're up.
Is
As long as that club
it's
is
literally
coming
just
out
the
of his
one?
Is what?
It's literally just this one guy?
Yeah, it's just this one guy. Yes, I honor the random encounter charts. You guys have to believe me. Like some of these like ass kicking butthole gets kicked in encounters. Like they happen because our Jesus said they happened, and then sometimes you get one Briar Witch Dryad.
Robin is going to come over and take a slash at the cage.
Okay.
Dealing, it's vulnerable, so it takes double damage to slashing.
Beautiful. Okay.
So
You destroy it, freeing Victor.
Yeah. She's going to point over at the dryad. She's going to say, "My friend, I'm sorry that we must destroy you now. I will do what I can for your kind soon." And she will... How close is it? 55 feet. Is that close
Oh,
enough to do...
in response, it just makes a horrible sound back at you.
Oh, it's a fun noise. Yeah, I'm not close enough to do any of my things, so I will pass to... Yeah, let's pass to Victor. Let him have some revenge here.
Okay. Alright, you pass to Victor. Victor sees this creature. It is made of wood. He makes a bold assumption that it is going to be vulnerable to fire. He stops himself and says, wait, I'm going to do a recall knowledge. So he's going to do a nature check. He cannot actually recall. So he's just going to take the shot. 14 is not going to hit the creature. It's bark-like skin deflecting the attack. He is going to curse under his breath, and he is going to move over here And then he will pass to... you know what? He'll pass to Anne.
Alright, Proper's gonna go first.
Okay. Smart.
Proper's gonna stand up. You gotta remember.
Okay. Yeah.
He's gonna go over to try and help Anne up. Anne's
Mhm.
gonna refuse to get help, and then that's
Oh,
Proper's
man.
turn.
This guy never stops role playing. All right. Keep going.
Anne's gonna stand up.
All right.
Alright, half my movement. So 15. Allies aren't difficult terrain, right?
Correct. Allies aren't difficult terrain.
So 15. And then dash 35. Bonus action.
Aren't you more than 2 sizes larger anyhow now?
Only for grappling. I'm still considered only large.
Alright.
Alright. Bonus action dash to there, and then while dashing, she's gonna throw her silver spear at this thing.
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, yeah. 27 is going to hit. The creature is... Okay, the creature's going to take the 11 piercing damage. All right.
And then, I have extra attack now. I have another spear. So,
If only you had a rope.
Yeah, you can
if
pull
only
it back. Yeah.
If only I had a rope on it. All right. I mean, I guess that's it. Oh, if there's a rock on the ground, show item interact, pick up the rock, and then throw it. And I guess I'll just do an unarmed strike. I mean, a strength check for that. That's a save. Sorry. It'll be 1 less. So instead of 17, it'll be 16.
Okay. What was the 17 for? I'm sorry.
I picked up a rock and use my extra attack to throw it at it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, 17's gonna hit. So give me a
Alright, so-
D4 plus your strength modifier. All right, 6 points of bludgeoning damage.
That'll be your turn. I guess they'll steal.
Okay. Let's see.
And looks back and regrets not trying to pick up the tree to hit him with it.
Yeah, that would have been pretty dope. Let's see. All right. What does this thing want to do? I mean, it wants to keep casting spells, but you got a big giant coming at you. Let's see. Oh. Okay, that's fun. Let's see. These two are grouped together, but there is this big old lady coming. Oh, we'll try to recharge Briar Cage. Did not recharge. Oh, that's fun. Okay. Alright. So, let's see. Yeah. Alright, she's gonna move up to you, Anne. And then she will target you with her multi-attack. And she's going to attack you with her shillelagh'd arm. Twice. It's the first one.
It hits.
Okay. And the second one. Alright, so
second one
18
hits,
for 11 and a 19 for 9. As a bonus action, she is going to use Grasping Vine. Let's see. And you conjure a vine that sprouts from the ground at an unoccupied space. You can see when you cast a spell, you can direct the vine to lash out a creature within 30 feet. That creature must succeed on a dexterity save or be pulled 20 feet directly towards the vine. Until the spell ends, you can direct the vine to lash out at the same creature or another creature using a bonus action. That's pretty cool. Even though we have really cool animated miniatures for such an occasion, I'm just going to draw this vine myself. Because, you know, I got to convince myself that going to art school was not a mistake. Alright, so this thing is a vine. Anyways, Anne, give me a dexterity saving throw. Oh, shit. Alright, so it goes to lash around you, and it doesn't. So now, Harmonious Briar Witch is thinking that she didn't calculate this correctly. She'll take her last bit of movement to stand there, and that will be her turn. Alright. She will pass to Taylor Swift.
Okay. Taylor is going to bonus action dash
Okay.
using a cunning action. And she'll go right there. Here is her multi-attack.
Yeah, that is gonna hit.
Oh, I didn't up the sneak attack. It's an extra d6. I gotta fix it. So
Okay.
one more. Second attack.
That is also gonna hit.
Using her second bonus action, she will attack with the dancing halberd again. Ooh, and crit fumble.
Okay. Let's see. Complication. Scuffle. Make an athletics or acrobatics. DC 18 or removed up to 10 feet in a random direction and knock prone.
You stepped on ice.
Oh, no problem. Alright.
I will use the rest of my movement to get away from this vine. It can't make opportunity attacks against me. So I'll just move over there. And I will pass to Robin.
Alright, Robin, you're up.
Alright. Robin will run up to this thing. Maybe? Maybe not?
You have
Can't
the.
move?
Are you on set to ruler instead of move?
I didn't think I was, but maybe? Right, yeah?
Yeah.
There
There
we
you
go.
go.
So must have been.
All right.
All right. She'll run up to this thing. And I mean, I guess we'll just start with the great axe. I mean, that seems like the good thing to start swinging with coming in.
That is going to hit.
All right. So we'll start with that 7 damage. I mean, I feel like I'm going to save maneuvers for this werewolf, so I'm not going to try to use any to follow through. So we'll just swing one more time with my second attack.
Ooh, damn. Yeah, 22 for 16 will bloody the creature. As it is bloodied, it will recharge Briar Cage and then use Briar Cage. So let's see. It will target Taylor with the Briar Cage. Taylor, give me a strength save. All right, no problem. As the vines rise up and try to form a cage around you, you just sort of flex on that shit and tear free of the vines. All right, anything else from Robin?
For my bonus action, I will. I'm gonna Warden's Grasp it and give Warden's Grasp it, and I'll give Anne the extra +1 to AC.
Okay.
So it can't move away. I'm gonna mark it so it can't move away, and Anne gets a +1 to AC.
Nice. Okay.
And then, all right, so that is it for Robin. Irenia will kind of move over here towards the tree line, get a little better view on it, and she's going to take a couple of shots at it with the crossbow. Because she has multi-attack, so she can attack, what, twice?
Twice,
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. 2 shots, kind of thud into the snow and brambles near the creature. All
That's
right.
basically it for
You got
Irenia.
Wayne or Isaac?
Let's hit Isaac.
Okay. Let's see. Isaac sees that you guys have engaged the creature. That's cool. Let's see. What will he do? Yeah, sure. He will move to here to stand next to Irenia. He'll target the creature. Is this within range? Let's see. 60 feet. Sure. So he will hurl flame at the creature. It says he makes 3 attacks, so I guess he'll hurl 3 fucking fireballs. Here we go. Alright, so he just kind of like holds out his big gorilla arm and just starts firing like fire out of it in like a triple burst. One of them actually connects with the creature and does 14 points of damage. Much to, I think, everyone's disappointment, it does not take extra damage from the fire. It's the last, yeah, exactly. All right, and then, goddamn. And then the play will pass to Wayne. I'm looking at Isaac, man. When you first run into Isaac, if you try to fight him, good God. Like, now it's like, you know, he's kind of like on par with everybody else in the party, but damn. Back in the day? Oh my God.
Dealing with 3 Scorching Rays the entire time?
Yeah, I mean, if
level
we had been fighting him at level 2,
Oh, right. Yeah, that's what I mean about this
goodness,
game.
yeah.
It's like, it puts some real rough shit in your way at low levels. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Wayne. Wayne looks at his guns. He's like, I don't have the bullets yet. He looks at his quiver. He's like, I don't have that many arrows. I don't want to waste silvered arrows on this.
I mean, he's got 50 bullets that he found in his pocket last session or whatever.
doesn't he
So-
have like an unload the clip feature? Just like
Look,
fires all the bullets at once.
Look, you know how damn happy and proud I'm gonna be when I tell David I use 0 bullets.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gonna bolster Anne, he's gonna
Okay.
bolster Robin, and then he's gonna bolster Isaac, because that shit looks cool.
All right. Okay.
And he will pass to Isaac, because that shit looks cool.
Okay.
Rio stuck underneath the tree, trapped.
Why? Yeah, did you skip your turn? Are you not even in
Yeah,
initiative?
it was not initiative.
Oh, nope. Buddy. All right, listen.
Minador,
So-
pull me out!
All right, so you're,
Oh my God,
so you're
this
up,
little
Leo. You're up. All right. Minadora is trying to pull you out of the tree. Okay.
Purple looked at Anne and Leo and was like, Anne needs my help.
Damn. I'm so sorry, Leo.
It was perfect.
All right. So Leo, you get up and then this thing's past bloody. You go finish it off.
Yeah, he'll move over and
Mhm.
hopefully don't hit Anne as he fires 2 shots.
Okay.
Of the gun?
Wayne's like, I gotta save bullets. Leo's like, of course he's gotta die.
Yeah.
Wade is seething.
They are two sides of a coin. That
Mhm.
is for sure. All right. That definitely is not going to hit at the 11. And then,
21 at the top.
oh, 21. 21 would hit. Even with soft cover from Anne's beefy legs. All right. But the creature's still going. So in that case, then it would steal going into the next round. All right. Anything else from Leo?
No, you're good.
Okay. Let's see. Okay, it's gonna try to get back its Briar Cage. It did. I don't know if Briar Cage is really the right move here. Robin, as the Seeker, you sense that this creature lives in constant torment. That it is desperate for death, but now you are burdened with the knowledge that this creature will just be reborn and be forced to do all this over again. It's going to lash out at Anne with its big, thick, hard arm twice.
18.
I mean-
AC is 18 now. It hits.
All right, for 12 and then 6. And then Anne, it will go ahead and try to do a grasping vine on you.
Dex save.
Yep, dex save. All right, and then we'll pull you back 20 feet. All right, and then it will 5e shuffle to here, and that'll be its turn. And you could steal some big
Yeah,
damage.
I'll steal.
All right.
Am I grappled by this thing?
Um,
Or does it just pull me?
no, it just pulls you.
Alright.
Listen, this thing likes to hang out with other plants. Okay, it's not its fault that the random encounter has it here by itself.
Alright. She's
It
gonna
doesn't have any
pull out,
friends.
she's gonna pull out her great axe, walk up to it, and then she's gonna recklessly. Well, bonus action, show catch her breath first.
Oh, my bad. It couldn't have moved, right? Because the Warden's Grasp. So
it
we're
just can't
up in
move
there.
away, right? That's all.
Yeah, I think it can't move away. I think. It
Oh,
could've-
so it can still 5e shuffle? Okay.
I'm double checking, but
Yeah. Alright, Ann, bring it. Bring it.
Alright. Bolstered. Where's my great axe? There it is. Reckless.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's gonna hit. And that would be a sneak attack for 20. How do you finish this thing off?
yeah, just
Down the middle.
Alright. Just cleave it in twain.
Mhm.
Beautiful. Alright. Well, with that, the creature has died. Everyone's still doing great. And so that would be... Oh, here, it'll make some horrible sounds as it dies. There you go.
kind of like the clickers from Last of Us.
Yeah, that's what it was. Yeah. So as it like just kind of crumbles and dies and splits in half or whatever, you hear faint howls from the north, in the direction that your fine hunting hound is leading you. All right, and that kind of puts us right at time ish, so it's kind of a good transition of you guys heading towards your quarry. Oh, all right, you tried your best, little Briar Dryad. Tried your
Hey,
best, buddy.
he did a good amount of damage to Anne.
yeah, it was getting some pretty good rolls, all
Yeah.
things considered. Yeah. All right, so I'll end this combat before I forget. Whew. quick announcements. There are no more games from me, no more scheduled games until Monday night, Outlaw Sunset. So there won't be Outlaws High Noon. There
Made
won't
you forget
be.
about Saturday?
Yeah, listen. There won't be Outlaws High Noon. There won't be Curse of Strahd Daybreak, and there won't be Mythic Odyssey because Saturday and Sunday we're playing 25 hours of Kobold infused Dungeons and Dragons for Extra Life charity. So, man, it's pretty close. It is what 30 hours away, something like that. Very, very close. Yeah. So we got 9 dungeons, a number of mini games, and 100 Gashapon orbs to crack open and reveal their ridiculously broken powers to the world. No attunement slot limits this year. Just magical items, just piled high, as high as the sky.
How many ring fingers do we have?
However, death has never been closer at hand in any Extra Life that we've ever run. People could donate money to blow your kobolds up. They could donate money to blow all the kobolds up. They could donate money to spring some of the worst traps I've ever seen in my entire life on the party. They could turn the monsters into kaijus. It's gonna be crazy. So hopefully we can make some money this year for Extra Life and have a good time doing it. But all that will be starting 9 a.m. Eastern on Saturday, and it will be ending 9 a.m. Standard Time on Sunday, because we will have 1 hour of time travel at 2 a.m. Because backwards ass daylight savings time is going to happen. So, should be very exciting.
You said 9 a.m.?
9 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time is when it starts, and then 9 a.m. Standard Time the next day is when it ends.
You should
Eastern.
probably put in the Discord the like automatic time zone time thing for it, just so people can see it.
Yeah, the Unitext.
Oh, okay. I thought we had that mod already.
We do. Just
okay.
Like just let somebody know. Put it in there
okay.
so people see it.
Okay. I mean, I posted in the announcements when it was, but I don't think I put the special code or whatever. So,
you put the discount or not the discount, the donation code in the announcements also.
Like how to get to the page and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll post that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
I have some people who might want to watch, so they were asking like,
yeah.
"Oh, where are we watching? Where can I help?"
We have a Facebook page made for the boomers. So if there's boomers in your life that want to donate, but they don't trust, any part of the internet except Facebook, that's okay. We got a Facebook page. Got a Facebook page. I've had to have one every year, or the boomers in my life would not donate. So they wanna feel safe. They want to donate through that Facebook. Sadly, Facebook is not covering fees anymore, which is kind of shitty. But they can still donate through Facebook. But yeah, I'm excited for it. I think it's gonna be pretty cool. We've got some of the greats from our server, as well as the rookie. This kid has only played Baldur's Gate 3. That's right. We got a player this year who's only played Baldur's Gate 3. That's the only Dungeons and Dragons that they know.
His first time playing Dungeons and
His first time playing D&D. It's gonna be Extra Life.
Extra Life.
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Well, it'll be memorable.
Yeah, that's true. So we'll see how it goes.
This poor kid played Baldur's Gate and was like, "This is what D&D is like," and now he's gonna go and play this shit, and he's gonna be like, "No, I was wrong. This is what D&D is like."
Yep.
Well,
no romance.
They play Overwatch too, so I feel like their standards. Yeah, their standards are kind of it's whatever. So they should be fine. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to see the dynamics at work there. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty fun. yeah, then we will resume our normal schedule on Monday, and therefore no interruption of service for our game, and we will continue next week. I do believe there is some sort of holiday that will affect our schedule in November.
Yeah.
A day
is
of a
November.
day of feasting. Yes, a day of feasting. So the 23rd, we will not have a game. But I think we're good for every other Thursday this month. But yeah, just so you know, on the 23rd, we will not be playing. But we will continue on the 9th. And I will tell you guys right now, you are the furthest along narratively of the 3 groups. So, congratulations. I believe all the groups are level 8, but you guys are the furthest along narratively, followed by Classic, Daybreak, way back there. Way back there.
Way
Yeah,
back
it's,
there.
it's understandable.
Yeah.
They had a
Yeah.
lot of character introductions.
Yeah. Wow.
We also found the
Damn,
book.
Dom. Yeah, the book definitely helps a lot, but it's interesting because each group has found a different object of power from their Troker reading, which is kind of interesting. But in my opinion, I think the tome is the most useful one to get early. So we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, you literally said we could go and read the book of lore. Like,
Yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah.
hyped.
All right. Well, hope everybody has a good night, good Friday, and I hope everybody has a good time this weekend. And we'll continue this next week. All
Alrighty.
right, night, guys.
Take care.
Good night.
My stream.